Welcome back, everybody, to the Sota Pod YouTube channel for another Minnesota Wild watch party, ladies and gentlemen. Back to face the Pittsburgh Penguins here today in Marc-Andre Fleury's last swan song in Pittsburgh. Obviously, he's getting the start today. If you're new to the channel, smash that like button and subscribe. Ring that bell for notifications so you never miss an upload, so you never miss a live stream, so you never miss a podcast, etc. as we have content dropping on this channel every single day. Good to see you all here. Thank you so much for getting your score predictions in. Oh, I see you, Sean Costco. 5-3 Wild. I love it. How good has been, or how good has Marc-Andre Fleury been, and how good have both the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Minnesota Wild, like social media and content creators who work with the team, how good have they been leading up to this, promoting this game? It's been great. Marc-Andre Fleury's been busy pranking his old teammates, and even some of his old teammates pranking him. Shout out to Max Talbot. Now, I mean, yes, Stanley Cup champion, former NHL player, but now also active jiu-jitsu competitor. But anyways, I'll stop on that front. But yes, Pittsburgh Penguins, Minnesota Wild here tonight. And the Wild have been buzzing. What a successful road trip from the Minnesota Wild to start this season. I mean, it could have been grave. It really could have. And instead, we've seen the Gus Bus back in full form. I mean, we've seen Marco Rossi fit in on that first line. I think as good or better than any one of us would have predicted. It's been great, ladies and gentlemen. It's been great. And they finally get to go back home soon here. And, well, I imagine, hopefully, knock on wood, play as good as they have been playing on the road at home, at their own barn, with their own facilities, with the freaking state of hockey fans to cheer them on. But let me know honestly, do you think that Marc-Andre Fleury is going to take, I don't know, a little bit into the game to get settled for this one? Or do you think he's just already dialed, been there, done that, ready to go, despite whatever jitters there might be, given that this is back in his old stomping grounds? Let me know in the live chat. Like I said, we will be given play-by-play for when everything's going. National anthems are being performed right now. So still time to get your predictions in, guys. Still time to get your predictions in as well. And we'll continue to take your comments. Just give me one sec. All right. Goals from Rossi, Hartman, and Foligno. I love it. Yo, what's up, Boat Nerd? Welcome back. Good to see you. What's up, Hockey from Home? 5-1 Wild. Let's go. Thank you for your score prediction as well. 4-3 overtime loss, says Boat Nerd. Yes, Hockey from Home. What's up, Chris? Good to see you. Chris saying, let's go, Pens. What's up, Chris? So again, Rossi, Zuccarello, Kaprizov on that top line, going head-to-head with Crosby, Malkin, and Raquel. Love that Boldy, Eriksson, and Johansson still together on that second line. And what a fun second line that has emerged this season as well. I mean, Marcus Johansson is in a contract year. All right, ladies and gentlemen, puck is about to drop here. Trenin, Goudreau, Foligno on that third line, and Huznadinov, Lauko, and Ogren on that fourth, which honestly, third and fourth pretty much interchangeable. Both have been performing well. Anyways, here we go. Puck drop. Minnesota Wild. Pittsburgh Penguins. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 19:50 on the clock, and already a shot by Malkin. And Mike Sullivan, coach of the Pittsburgh Penguins, said pre-game here that the Minnesota Wild have been playing a very good defensive game and more safe, is what he said. I believe verbatim. They don't take a lot of chances, playing a safe game here and try to beat you that way. So what Mike Sullivan said he wanted to do to break that up was to just shoot. Even if they weren't high danger chances, just shoot, try to break up that system in their own end. And here come the Pittsburgh Penguins on the left side. Good defense by the Minnesota Wild. I mean, 3-on-1 there on the puck, and they break up the play. Puck coming up the right side. Again, big shout out to those in the chat here. Boat Nerd Hockey, Sean Cosgrove. Appreciate you guys. If you're watching and you haven't got your score prediction in yet, please do so. Whew, and what a save there by Blomqvist as the Wild here shooting the puck early as well. Bogosian, by the way, on the ice here with John Merrill. Carlson with the puck behind the Pittsburgh net, getting set up here. Pittsburgh making a breakout up the right side. Checked at center. And great forecheck by the Penguins. Wild end up with the puck still. But that was dangerous. I don't know who that was on the Penguins there. Speedy little fucker. Yo, what's up, RV? Good to see you. 3-1 Wild. Thank you so much for your predictions. What a save. Eriksson Ek, let's go. Two minutes into the scoreless first period thus far. Wild doing a good job of getting the puck out of their zone. Set it up the right side here. Nice little break there, but getting knocked off the puck were the Wild. Trenin men. Was looking a little slow to start off the season, but man, had some wheels on him there as he brought the puck to the net. Broken up right in front of Blomqvist, though. And we'll have a whistle in the Pittsburgh zone. Shots officially 1-0 for the Minnesota Wild. And what a save that was by Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh wins the draw, sends up the left side. Neutral zone, nice pass. Pittsburgh sends it around the net. Good job by the Wild there, regaining the puck, but they lose it, battling for it out just the top of the circle, and great job by the Wild getting it back. While instead of bringing it up the right side of the boards, they find an open man on the left, send it to him. Puck trickled in to the Pittsburgh zone, but netminder getting the puck and sending it right back down the ice. Wild have it, left side, coming up. Lauka with the shot. Save by Pittsburgh. Back to the blue line. Who's Nadinov? Sends it left. Shot. And another save. That's 3 good saves. Little turnover by the Wild. And Crosby tried to get it in front of the net. Puck battered back down. Fighting for it. Right side. Left of Marc-Andre Fleury. Pittsburgh tried to send that back to the blue line. Missing. Puck trickles down the length of the ice. Blomqvist gets it to his defenseman. Tried to make a cross pass through the neutral zone. Who was it? It was Tampa, not Florida. It was Tampa who were making a lot of those passes, and the Minnesota Wild were able to break those up. Corner-to-corner passes through the neutral zone. Shots 4-0 for your Minnesota Wild. Merrill with it on the breakout. Good job getting it over the blue line, but puck trickles over. Battling for it here deep are the Wild. Puck breaks out, and Pittsburgh ends up getting it, but only for a moment. They're battling in the neutral zone for possession here. Wild regain it. Slow things down. Wild tip it in the Pittsburgh zone. 15:45 on the clock in this first period. Wild doing a great job of playing that tight, and I guess, according to Mike Sullivan, safe game as they're breaking up all the plays by Pittsburgh here. And a great job of the Wild again retrieving that puck back. Wild at the first line. Kaprizov unable to bolt through the neutral zone, sends it back. The Wild are going to reset. Kaprizov moving up the ice. Kaprizov left side. Tried to find someone in front. Nobody there but Crosby who got it back. And Crosby with a shot from outside the Wild zone. Fleury blocked it, got it to his teammate in the Wild, quickly moved it up the ice. They lose possession in the Pittsburgh zone. 14:47 on the clock, and Malkin couldn't connect to a clean pass on Crosby, but the Pittsburgh Penguins do have it in the Wild zone. A pass to center, Crosby unable to get it. Pittsburgh regains it in neutral zone. Back to Crosby. He can't hold on to it clean. Great job by Trennan breaking the puck off. Gaudreau gets it back to Trennan. Gaudreau has to tag up here. Trennan left side. Trying to send it to Gaudreau. Gaudreau has it. Right side. Gaudreau the shot and another save by Pittsburgh. That's 5 shots on goal already. And honestly, 3 pretty good scoring opportunities there for the Minnesota Wild. That first one in particular. The only shot on Marc-Andre Fleury was a kind of a fluttering shot outside the blue line by Crosby on the flower. 10 years Mike Sullivan has been with the Pittsburgh Penguins already. Man, that's crazy. Time flies. That's making me feel a little old because I remember when he was the assistant coach in Vancouver for a year with friggin' John Tortorella when I was going to university in British Columbia, Canada. Far from those days now, ladies and gentlemen. Couple cups or a ring later. How are you, Mike Sullivan? Wallstead got his first win today with Iowa. Let's go.
That shit beautiful than a motherfucker.
Glad to hear. Glad to hear. Wild have it behind Marc-Andre Fleury. Lafleur. And great job by Trent has been buzzing tonight, man. Wild lost the puck there. A little bit of a bumblefuck, as they say, by, I believe it was Moose. But Trennan looking sharp here tonight. Wild have it in the Pittsburgh zone. Another shot there. Didn't get past Trennan as it trickled off of him. 2 goals against. We're both shorties on the same power play. Oh my goodness, that's bad. That team stinks. That's unfortunate. Still a very young team, but there's a few guys that I was hoping would take a step forward this year. The Wild trying to defend here. One of their players broken stick. And a one-timer there from the left of Marc-Andre Fleury. Nice save. Didn't look like there was a lot of pop on that shot. Wild need to get possession back, and they do here. Good job by Bogosian. And a whistle stops play. I wonder what that was on. Oh, and it's going to be a power play against Minnesota Wild, it looks like. They had the camera going on Achari, who was skating. I was like, wait, is he going to the box? No, he's going to the bench there. All right, and we get our first TV timeout here. With just enough time for me to look at the Iowa Wild and how they're doing. All right, let's take a look. I admittedly haven't watched any of the Iowa Wild games thus far. Brandon Gauntz leading the team. And that was one of the guys that I hope would bring some, veteran leadership to the team. Yeah, so Gauntz with 5 points. Haight with 4 and 3 goals. I like that. Reese Johnson. Okay. O'Rourke, I'm imagining, is getting just crazy minutes again. Damn Merrill. What's up, Swerve? Good to see you. Love the new profile picture this week. I love it. Vikings just got an LT to replace Derisa. Hope it wasn't a top pick. Uh-oh. I admittedly don't follow the NFL at all, other than what Hoppy tells me on game days at Back Channel. But I'm rooting for the Vikings, I guess. I don't want them to lose. And we're back at it, ladies and gentlemen. That commercial break went a little long there. missed the puck drop anyways. 18:25 on the clock. Wild have it in their own zone. Oh, and it looks like, there's not even going to be a penalty. I'm watching the Pittsburgh broadcast, and their broadcaster, one of their play-by-play guys, said that there was going to be a penalty, but there's seemingly no penalty on the Wild here, which is a good sign. Oh, wait, never mind. My bad, dude. My bad. Let me just refresh my broadcast here. That's why. That made sense. Jeez. Sorry about that, guys. It like automatically rewound like 4 minutes as I looked down the clock there, and I was like, wait a second, we're not at that time. We're already like 7 minutes in. My apologies, guys. My apologies. Okay. Draw to the right of Fleury here, and yes, the Wild are, in fact, on a penalty kill. Jeez. My bad, guys. Yeah, that's what I said. My bad. I noticed that very quickly. I was like, wait, we're just at the 15-minute mark. My broadcast like went back 5 minutes for some reason, or 4 minutes for some reason. Anyways, draw to the right of Marc-Andre Fleury, and the Pittsburgh Penguins win it, but it goes outside the zone. Yeah, my mind just went through a freaking pretzel there. Good job by the Wild getting that one back out. Okay, let's see what happened here. Clean. So it was Lauko. Oh, okay, and yeah, Merrill in deep. So Lauko got the puck back, and Merrill with the cross checks there. Man, soft call. If it was maybe just one shot, I don't think they would have called it, because he like followed up with the other one and he went down. That's probably why they called it. Pittsburgh wins the draw in their own zone. Rush up through center. Crosby drops it to Malkin. Broken up here. And the Wild look to regain possession. And the Wild's kill, man, to start off the road trip wasn't anything special, but it's been pretty good as of late. Nice block shot there. There was a nice opportunity by Pittsburgh. 11:45 on the clock. Back in the neutral zone. Carlson in. Wild break things up and send the puck back down. And Blomqvist was on it. A little outside of his net to make sure he could get the puck to his defenders quickly here. And Pittsburgh Penguins, 35 seconds left on their power play to get something going. Yeah, there you go. Minnesota Wild. 1 goal allowed in the last 8 opportunities. It's been buzzing. Their PK, and they get it back again, send it down the puck right side, and actually, partial break. They don't get it there in time. But Lauko, speedy player that he was, great forecheck there. 10 seconds left. Can the Pittsburgh Penguins get one more opportunity? They don't. Great job by the Minnesota Wild, picking their pockets. And here comes Foligno up the left side. Back. Boldy. Shot on the right side of the net. And both teams getting a change. 10:26 on the clock. Nearly halfway through this first period. And the Wild's defense has been nothing short of spectacular, ladies and gentlemen. Fleury's barely being challenged here. Blue line shot. Blocked. Doesn't even get close to net. Trickles to the left side of Fleury. Puck now behind Fleury. Kaprizov with it, right side. Kaprizov weaving through Pittsburgh players. Can't get through the third one, but he does bring the puck into their zone. And Rossi with the high stick, it looks like. And the Pittsburgh Penguins going right back on the power play as Marco Rossi skating to the box. Oh my goodness. That save by Blomqvist earlier, man. Oh my goodness. I didn't even realize how close that was. It was literally the toe of the skate that blocked that shot by Zuccarello. Another PK. Good thing that it's going well. 1 goal in the last, I guess, 9 opportunities now. But not good, especially when you were the one kind of dictating the pace to start this game. heavy defense in their own zone, picking the Pittsburgh Penguins' pockets, only to put yourself back in the box and lose that scoring opportunity. And they had some scoring opportunities. In the first 5 shots, I mean, 3 of them, solid opportunities. That first one in particular for the Minnesota Wild. Habs Kraken will be a high-scoring game. Nice. I heard that. Yep. I keep hearing recent complaints from Toronto fans about how unfair the system is favoring low/no tax states. Why didn't anyone complain when Dallas, Florida teams, AZ, Nashville said it were mediocre bad, right? I think Toronto fans, they've been spoiled the last. Speaking of like the last decade, Toronto they've been fine. Well, close to last. Yeah, but close to last decade here. Really, as soon as Matthews came in, they missed the playoffs once when Matthews was there, and that was it. So I guess like 7 to 8 years. They've had a really good team. High scoring teams, fun games. And weird, Toronto still ends up always getting good players. Weird. If anything, it's like Senators fans. You have to be like probably annoyed that like no one wants to go play there. Yeah. There's a lot of taxes in Toronto, but there's a lot of taxes in Ontario. 5 shots on net for the Minnesota Wild, 2 for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Pittsburgh Penguins back on the power play here. Haven't set up a cycle or anything in the Wild zone. The Wild break up that puck again. Pittsburgh gets it back, resetting in their own zone. That makes no sense, hockey. Whatever. You just want to steal the spotlight of the show again? I'm just going to ignore your comments, okay? Enough of this. Makes no sense. Just go. 5 shots on net, like I said. But only 3 opportunities here for the Minnesota Wild. 9 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock. Toronto got high draft picks. They all worked out, and no one took a team-friendly deal. Minnesota and Toronto tax rates are kind of similar. Didn't know the top federal rate in Canada was a little lower. Higher provincial taxes, though. Montreal has a top rate of 25%. And Wild win the faceoff. Tried to ring it up the boards, but it looks like it might have hit. Oh, it might have hit the ref. Oof. Puck hits the ref, but play goes on. Based ref. And he's back up to his feet as well. Let's go, man. Now that's hockey, baby. Ref gets pegged in the head with the puck. Play doesn't even stop. And he's good to go. Pittsburgh dumps it in. Wild going there to chase. Pittsburgh right side. Pittsburgh blue line. 35 seconds on the clock. And a shot. Low left side of Fleury by the looks of it. And the Pittsburgh Penguins score the first goal of the game on the power play. Didn't do themselves any favor with that second one. And Fleury lets in the first goal of the game. 1-0 Pittsburgh. Puustinen. Oh, dude, that went 5-hole, bro. It was right when Fleury was going low. Hey, he had a hard time tracking this one. You know, I don't even blame Fleury for this one because the shooter made like 2 little moves, right? And that's, I guess, 3. The second one, I think Fleury noticed some movement, went down, but it was just too little, too late. And that's 1-0 Penguins. Squeeze of that flower. Ooh. Just a moment too late there. And the Pittsburgh Penguins score on their 4th shot of the game. Pittsburgh sends it back in deep here. 8 minutes and 11 seconds on the clock. First line for the Wild out. Kaprizov. Rossi with it. Wild keep that puck in. Kaprizov to Rossi. Couldn't get a tip on net. Rossi sends it back to the blue line. And it actually goes out of the Penguin zone. Penguins have it in their own zone. Kaprizov still on the ice. Kaprizov a little stick whack there. Careful, guys, now. Careful. Let's stay out of the box, all right? You've been good at being disciplined. First line still out there. Kaprizov right side. Kaprizov tried to send it back to somebody on the blue line. Nothing there. Wild going to send this puck deep into the Pittsburgh zone and get a change. Or not? Puustinen has been good for the Penguins. He has another shift here and a nice cross-ice pass and a shot. Fleury with a big rebound, but Fleury did make the save. Pittsburgh has it deep. Puljujärvi, I always forget he's with the Penguins. Down a nice shot. Nice save by Fleury. Top left corner. Wild get it. Foligno, center. Goudreau with a shot at center. Nice glove save by Pittsburgh. 1-0 Pens win. What's up, Michael Wilson? So this is it. No more goals the rest of the game. Michael's locking it in. Good to see you, by the way, Michael. How you doing? All right, face off to the right of Blomqvist. Wild, get that puck back. Blue line. Oh, a little nifty move there, but no dice as the Pittsburgh Penguins get it back. Didn't pinch without a guy behind him, though, as Minnesota Wild were 2-on-2. And the Wild get the puck back. That second line, Boldy with the shot into the zone, save. And Blomqvist left it for his teammate. Again, big shout out to you guys watching here. Appreciate you all hanging out with us here tonight on a Tuesday for some Minnesota Wild hockey. We'll get the November schedule up. Don't you worry. I think tonight, after this game, after some dinner, I'll start scheduling all the rest of the November streams and games coming up here that we're going to cover. Close opportunity there by Eriksson Ek, guys. Beautiful tip right in front. Nice stick save covering that 5-hole by Blomqvist. The Wild run to teams on a 5-game losing streak. Not good. I mean, honestly, though, it hasn't been like a super, other than getting scored on, it hasn't been a dire period. I think the Wild overall have played good hockey. If they can stay out of the box and continue to basically do what they've been doing now post getting scored on and in like the first 5 minutes of the game, they still have a good chance to win. I imagine, who was the favorite coming into this one? Just money line. I'll look it up here in a sec, but since we're chatting. 5 minutes and 37 seconds on the clock. Fighting for it in deep here left of the Pittsburgh netminder. Nice hockey. Wild still have it. Left side shot. And a nice save by Blomqvist. And he was... I don't know if he was fully screened in that one, but he had bodies in front of him. So that was a nice save. All right, we're going to go to TV timeout. 5 minutes and 24 seconds on the clock. Check out some of your sort of Wild team statistics here as I bring up the box score. All right, so what do we got? So obviously Kaprizov playing heavy minutes as he does. Trenin, since he's been on the penalty kill, playing more minutes than even Kaprizov thus far. Brodin, Faber heavy minutes. Brodin 7 minutes already. Bogosian 4:24 and Faber 5:24 as well. Man, interesting first period. Because, like, overall, I like what I'm seeing from Minnesota other than just the penalties. And the first penalty kill was fine. Pittsburgh, they do have some dangerous players. So let's see some discipline, because we have been praising them throughout this road trip on how disciplined they've been overall. Like, there have been a few games here and there where, like, both teams have kind of just had a lot of calls against them. And, you know, I'll say this, man. I believe it was the Florida Panthers game. There were the Wild didn't even go in the box. There were 2 pretty blatant missed calls, which I'm not complaining for the Minnesota Wild in that one. So, like, lucky they didn't have to go in the PK in those games, but we'll see what happens in this one. All right, back from the timeout, or back from the commercial break here, ladies and gentlemen. 5 minutes left in this first period. If you haven't already, smash that like button, subscribe, vote in the poll question. It's a simple one. And don't be shy to comment. We're totally interactive here, guys. It's a comment-driven live stream, as you guys know. We're all watching pretty much every single game this year, except for Saturday games for me. Saturdays, I'm booked covering other sports, but pretty much watching every single Wild game here, streaming a good chunk of them this season. And we want to hang out with you guys in the chat and talk about the games as we do so. Wild win the faceoff. Pittsburgh regains. Pittsburgh through the neutral zone. And Malkin gets his pocket picked, but has enough time to send that back. Wild pressuring Pittsburgh into their own zone. What's up, Hank? Good to see you. You enjoying this game so far? Marc-Andre Fleury's last game in Pittsburgh. A nice shot left. Swing and a miss. Wasn't on net there. Malkin right back in. Right side. Sends back to the blue line. Shot. Fleury with nice save with the rebound, though. Puck bouncing everywhere. Pittsburgh has it. Sends it behind the net. 2-on-2 here. Minnesota Wild trying to get that puck back. Nobody in front of the net to take that pass, but the blue line has it. Right side shot to the center. Shot center. Fleury tried to grab that with the left glove save, and the Pittsburgh Penguins, Raquel, scores on Fleury. That's 2-0 Pittsburgh. And Marc-Andre Fleury, the flower, tried to flash that glove. Unfortunately, Raquel gets it past him. Yeah, 24 years in the National Hockey League for Marc-Andre Fleury, man. Unbelievable stuff. Or is it 23 years? Oh! Should have made it a little more flamboyant there. Marc-Andre, no, he was shit. So Marc-Andre Fleury wasn't stationary yet. He was shifting a little bit to the left, which is why he wasn't able to do his patented flamboyant fleur de save. Might be a tough one for the Wild to respond. Penguins own the Wild. It's bonkers. I mean, again, this is no bias as well. No bias here. They're owning Fleury so far. I wouldn't say they're owning the Wild. The game has been pretty actually back and forth as far as the shots go. I will say the Wild have been undisciplined, and Blomqvist has played tremendous. So good game thus far. Might be tough given that the Wild don't score a ton 5-on-5, but they have been shooting a lot more in this one. The Wild have it here. Wild send it right. Wild with the backhand. I don't know if that was saved or if that just went left, but Blomqvist has been playing tremendous here tonight, Elsie. No one knows who that is in this chat, Hank. Eight shots on net for the Pittsburgh Penguins, 9 for the Minnesota Wild, which is like a little surprising because basically how this first period has gone is like the first 5 minutes was Pittsburgh attacking, Minnesota defending. Shot there from the blue line on the Penguins. They're going to have another face-off, same spot. And then they were kind of trading opportunities back and forth. Wild were then pretty much shutting down the Pittsburgh Penguins from getting a cycle or anything really going in the Wild zone. Wild get a penalty. They kill off the penalty. Wild get another penalty, and Pittsburgh capitalize on it. And that was just a good shot after a little bit of back and forth play there by Pittsburgh and the Wild. But overall, I think there's still a chance if the Wild go down another one, though, it's going to be a tough hole to dig themselves out of, especially if this second line doesn't get going. My bad. I mean, in general, they're like 13-4-1 against the Wild since 2014. Oh, okay, Angel. I thought you were talking about this game because the Wild just scored. And honestly, let's go. I'm glad that Lauko was rewarded. He's been playing very good on this road trip, and honestly, he's been noticeable in this game thus far. Yes, sorry, Elsie. My bad for jumping to conclusion. I thought you meant in this game, and I was like, look, like I'm not being biased either way. No one's being owned in this game. But yeah, overall, since 2014, that's a crazy stat. Oh, beautiful shot by Lauko. Short. Oh my goodness. What an angle to this shot. Oh my God. What a shot. Love to see Lauko get rewarded. Love to see Lauko get rewarded. That is now 2-1 for the Pittsburgh Penguins. I've really liked what I've seen from Lauko to start this season. Crazy fast. None of this going to be this game is competitive, super back and forth. I got you, G. That is a gnarly shot. Lauko finds the hole. Yes, what's up, Anelio? Good to see you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And Gaudreau wins the faceoff here. Shot just left and wide of the net. Wild keep the puck in the Pittsburgh zone. 2 minutes and 39 seconds on the clock. While doing a good job of keeping the puck in the Pittsburgh zone and actually getting either a little bit of a cycle, some passing plays, and just shots on net, keeping some possession time, where the Pittsburgh Penguins have not been able to do that much in this game unless they're on the power play, to be perfectly honest. As that the whole time Pittsburgh had the puck in the Wild zone there, they were battling the Wild for possession. Wild get it back in the Penguin zone here. Loose puck here. Wild have it. Shot, and they score! Just like that. Tied up, ladies and gentlemen. Freddie Tabarnak Gaudreau. Wild is back. Tabarnak the callus. Let's go. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we're back to square one. Dude, Hank, it's the greatest sport. It's the greatest sport. Such a quick sport. And momentum can shift so quickly. That's why fighting is so important in hockey too, because that's a way to shake momentum up, right? And also a way to police the game, but the policing doesn't happen as much these days as it did back in like the early 2000s and 90s. And obviously 80s, but wow, great job by Freddie Gaudreau, man. Wow. Where's the hate for Freddie now? No, I'm just kidding. 13 shots. I cannot believe the Wild are going to be, in 1 minute and 54 seconds left in the period. I imagine the Wild are going to end this period with more shots. Malkin has it. Oh, and a nice shot by Carlson, and Fleury makes the save. It's always a trip. I know Carlson's been with Pittsburgh for a couple years now. It's still an absolute trip to see Eric freaking Carlson in a Pittsburgh Penguins jersey. Like, my mind still associates him with San Jose. Freddie's doing very well in sports this month. Tonight, the Pengo streak stops versus the Wild. Mob hockey. You should watch the documentary on that, by the way. Danbury Trashers. Check it out. Wild have it. Entering the Pittsburgh zone with ease. Cross pass to Boldy. Doesn't get through. Oh, but a one-timer in the slot does, and a nice save by Blomqvist. Man, Minnesota Wild's goal, or sorry, the Pittsburgh Penguins goalie here, Blomqvist, has been on fire here tonight. I am just coming back to say it's a tie game. Let's go, boat nerd. Just keep shooting on that sieve. And honestly, I think that's like Pittsburgh's path to victory too. It's like just get it in the zone and shoot. At this point, don't even try to set anything up fancy. Don't even try to 1-2 tic-tac-toe play. If the Pittsburgh Penguins want to get into this, they just got to shoot because Marc-Andre Fleury, again, to start this season, hasn't looked amazing. And I did ask the chat too, guys, when we start, was Marc-Andre Fleury going to look a little shaky to start this game, given that, this is his last swan song in Pittsburgh? Wild have it, left side of the blue line, shot, and another save by Blomqvist. Time for a war shootout. Yeah, I'm one of those rare old-time hockey type of guys who, I love the fights, I love the big hits, I hate soft calls. Oh, and Pittsburgh's taking a penalty too. Let's go. And the Minnesota Wild are going on the power play. And it looks like it is a... Oh, shit. Yeah. Little... Was it interference? Roughing. Because I was going to say the puck was obviously roughing. Kaprizov got sandwiched between two guys. Honestly, the whole team has been playing great, Horror Docs. The whole team has been playing great. Battle of the Sieve. Dude, there's no way you can call the Pittsburgh Penguins goaltender a sieve. There's no way. You've been watching this game. He's been awesome tonight. Oh, sieve. Sorry. What am I saying? Sieve, yeah. Regardless of pronunciation. I'm actually surprised Hank didn't get me for that one. Regardless of pronunciation. Hoppy's rolling his eyes too as I stream through his Twitter account. There's no way that you can call the Pittsburgh Penguins goaltender a sieve. He's been awesome here tonight. It could be 4-2 for the Wild if he hasn't been on his game, right? 23 seconds on the clock, 1 minute 34 seconds on the power play. So Minnesota Wild will be starting the second period on the power play. Faber has it. 10 seconds. Tried to go for a cross-ice pass, and they're going to have one more face-off as that goes high. I'm on to you. Big shout out to everybody joining us in the chat here. I haven't even checked Twitter since this game started. I probably should. We might have Seth Topol jump on between periods if he's not covering the game. Oh, okay. He reacted to my stream link with the flower emoji. So there we go. And that'll do it for the first period, ladies and gentlemen. What a crazy period. And I just want to say big shout out to the State of Hoppy, my SotaPod network partner in crime here. He's been doing a great job every single game day with the AI generated game day photos for the Minnesota Wild. Last shot wins tonight, perhaps. And this one in particular was really good. So I'm just going to share it with you guys. But please let me know your first period takeaways, and we'll discuss ours with Seth Topol of Locked On Wild, who will be joining us here momentarily. We'll take a quick break in a couple minutes here. Then we'll bring Seth on. But check this out, man. Check this out. Shout out to the State of Hoppy, man. Oh, it's not even that. Hold on. I'll make it a little bit bigger for you guys. This one actually turned out pretty well. So yeah, every game day State of Hoppy, go give him a follow on Twitter. He's been making the AI generated. Oh look, that's me. Might as well give this a little share there. I'm just scrolling down to show you guys some of the other ones that he's made this season. So this one's pretty good. Where was the last one? Oh, this one was really good too against the Flyers. Oh my God. This one's pretty epic as well, I have to say. Okay, one more here, and then we'll take a quick break. If you have any questions for Seth too of Locked On Wild, also part-time contributor to the Sota Pod as well. All right, there's just a bunch of fucking football bullshit now, so we're gonna go to break. Football bullshit that I probably should pause there. We're going to go to break. On the other side, we're going to bring Seth Topol back here, ladies and gentlemen. Seth, I see you waiting in the wings. I want to get your takes on Hoppy's art that he's now been posting on social media. But anyways, on the other side, Seth Topol from Locked On Wild. We'll talk about our takeaways from this crazy first period of hockey. Pittsburgh Penguins, Minnesota Wild, 2-2 going into the second. I mean, we're back to square one, ladies and gentlemen. We're back to square one. Each sees football like a bull at Red Coop. I just think 4 downs is the most ridiculous thing ever, but I was born in Canada, so there you go. Blomqvist owns an unimpressive 3.34 goals against average, but given the circumstances, has a very impressive 9-11 save percentage in 5 games, 2-3-0. Nice. Yeah, well, tonight he's been playing awesome. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that, and the Wild are still getting some past him. Anyways, get your questions teed up for Seth back on the other side to talk about this first period and continue to take your comments here live on the Sota Pod for Pittsburgh Penguins, Minnesota Wild coverage. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
People like, you're making a hef now? It's like last year, I'm like, yeah, that one's called the 11th hour. It's kind of just a cheeky play on that. We kind of release it later than most people towards the end of the summer. I wanted to kind of be in there in that cusp between summer and fall. And now with summers lasting longer and longer these days, and we're in September and it's 80s, it's still a viable option.
Central Division team that I love to love, the Nashville Predators, of course.
And we are back live here on the Sota Pod for this Pittsburgh Penguins, Minnesota Wild game watch party with your friend and mine, Seth Topol of Locked On Wild. Seth, what a crazy first period here. What do you want to start with, and what are your key takeaways?
Before the Wilds mounted the comeback, was a little annoyed at this whole kind of spotting teams early goals thing that has happened over the last couple of games. But you think about it, and as much as we want everything to just go perfect every single game, that's not how it's going to work. And I think the key thing
go perfect.
Yeah, I think the key thing to take is that the Wild again battled back just like they did in Philly, and you get some depth scoring here tonight. You got Jakub Lauko scoring from basically behind the net, and I got a good laugh out of that because they talked about so much how the Penguins goalie thought he had that entire half of the net walled off. Well, he didn't, and Lauko, credit to him for rifling that shot on net. And sometimes you're better lucky than good. On the second goal, we saw a really good indicator as to why the Pittsburgh Penguins 5-on-5 defense is as bad as it is. because turnover right around the faceoff circle, and there was nobody that even remotely attempted to intercept Freddie Gaudreau. Like he had whatever look he wanted from that spot. So he gets the scoring to tie it. If you can just keep this 5-on-5, I think the Wild will do just fine, because
and they probably will. Like, let's be honest. Like, the first penalty, honestly, this Merrill could have probably not hit him the second time, but I don't think the ref was going to call it on the first cross check, right? So that's a little mistake. And then the Rossi high stick, it wasn't like an intentional, like, it was just a high clipping or anything malicious. Yeah. It was just a little too eager, with the little stick pull.
But it's a good learning experience, because you kill that first penalty, and they did some really good things on that first.
They looked
kill,
awesome on the first penalty, and honestly, 5-on-5 they've been looking really good too. I think the star of the Pittsburgh Penguins is their goaltender. Blomqvist has been outstanding thus far.
Yeah, the Wild.
Verve, he's been outstanding.
It's no
trolling me.
It's no coincidence that the Wild are basically double shot attempts that the Pittsburgh Penguins are right now, because Pittsburgh hasn't been able to sustain anything. The goals that they have had so far have kind of been, I don't want to say handed to them by the Minnesota Wild, but it's been through turnovers. There was a puck that deflected off of a Wild player's skate that kept the Penguins in the offensive zone, which led to that second goal. And the second power play right after you kill the first one, that allowed Pittsburgh the opportunity to get the first goal on the board. But end of the day, depth scoring. I think the first two lines have done some really good things so far with pushing the puck up the net, towards the net. And based off of the averages so far this year, if that continues, those two lines are going to get in on the party from a scoring perspective. So it's more so just kind of continuing to do what you do, pushing up the ice, sustaining zone presence. Can we talk a little bit about that Freddie Gaudreau, Marcus Foligno, Yakov Trenin combination?
Oh, because I was just gonna say it. It's been awesome.
The numbers for that combination, they lead the team in expected goals percentage at slightly above 80%. And from a Corsi,
Brett. No, I'm just kidding.
From a Corsi percentage, they're at like 78%.
Oh, damn.
And so, like,
hard to maintain those, but like, hey, I'll take them for
hard to maintain. But even if you can get like 70% of that from that line combination, if you can get a combination that can just flip the possession from the other team, like you bring Foligno, Trenin, Gaudreau out there and just let them kind of take over and just hold the puck for a bit, that's valuable.
Well, how good has Trenin been as of late? Like I thought he came out a little slow. And even like our chat was basically pointed that out in like the first couple games. Dude, he's been great the last few games, and whatever whatever he was holding on to out of training camp or after summer, I feel like is gone, because he's not the quickest guy out there, but he's not noticeably slower than his line anymore.
Well, it just took him a little while to kind of figure out how his style of play fits with what the Minnesota Wild are trying to do. And John Hines was very quick in the preseason to point out that him and Marcus Foligno worked well together. It was just kind of a matter of figuring out which center was the best to be able to get the most out of those two guys. Now, I will say the numbers with Ryan Hartman as their center were also very good. I know,
I'm not surprised. Hartman's awesome.
I know against Columbus, it was a line that looked a little on the slow side, but let's keep in mind too, you're playing Columbus, which is just young and fast prospects, basically. Yeah. So you're not gonna look fleet of foot against a team like that. So it'll be interesting to see what happens when Hartman's ready to return, if he just goes right back to that third line spot, or if they let Freddie kind of feel it out a little bit as that third line center. I guess at this point, the best thing that you can have is a little depth and some guys that can play in multiple spots in the lineup and hold their own. Yeah,
Absolutely.
just looking at those numbers, I mean, pretty much everything that you would be looking for the Wilds, like offensively, they just handled. Other than power play goals and save percentage by a small margin, but a couple more Wild goals, and they'll have that in their favor too.
Do you think Fleury looks shaky, or do you think those are just solid opportunities?
I think it's all about just trying to not let shots pile up. Like, I think Fleury will be fine if the Wild, as much as they can, limit the Penguins to one shot and get it back up the ice the other way. There will be times where they will need him to help with multiple shots, a rebound that kicks out to somebody that then is fired right back on the net. So there are going to be situations where you need your goalie to help you out a little bit more than normal. But if the Wild, as they have for most of the night, if they can just get the puck after the first save is made and just flip it and just go right back up the ice, I think he's going to be fine. The power play goal was, that was a 5-hole, but that was a play in which if the Wild get the puck out of the zone, that shot never happens. Yeah. So it's one of those things, and I'm really starting to try to be better about, like, it's on the goalies and the team defense as far as goals scored against. So if the Wild if they just do him a solid and just, get the puck out as much as they can after he has done his job and made the initial save, they're going to be fine.
And what else do you want to see from guys who haven't been super loud in the first period? Like, I don't think the second line has been bad. Mind you, they haven't played a lot. Yeah. But do you want to see a little bit more from them, or do you think that the way that that Hines is putting out the lines, because he's very much heavy with, honestly, the bottom two lines and the first line. We haven't seen too much of the second, but again, they have been killing penalties for they killed 2 penalties in that first period as well.
I would like to see the first line get rewarded for what they've done so far. And I would like that then to kind of open things up for the rest of the game. You are guided by the production that your top line puts out there, and they've done a really good job so far. I got the Corsi numbers up here right now. The Wild are at 62% in the Corsi department, so they've done a good job of handling the action. And in terms of high danger chances, it's 4-0 in favor of the Minnesota Wild. Continue that. I was not sure that the Locked On Penguins guys, I thought that they maybe were overselling it a little bit, how bad the 5-on-5 defense is for the Penguins. Nope, it is that bad. So just continue to get to the face-off circles and in. Kaprizov, Rossi, Zuccarello have done a great job of that. It'd be nice for them to get rewarded for it. Maybe once or twice or 3 times.
Yes.
But indeed. This is a nice game too, that because of how the penalty situation has gone, you're getting good opportunities for the third and fourth line, and they have responded and they have done their part. So now it's time for the top 2 lines to do theirs.
And I mean, Kirill Kaprizov, 15 points, 4 goals in 8 games. Zuccarello, 8 points. Rossi, 7. And Matt Boldy on fire as well. 4 goals, 11 points in 8 games thus far out of the gate. So that's what you want to see. That's what you want to see.
That's what you love to see. That's what you love to see.
Last question here before I let you go, and then we'll bring you back on during the second intermission. This AI arc of the State of Hoppy's Twitter run. I mean, what are your thoughts? And the gritty one has been the best one so far. Am I right?
I think so. I mean, look, artistic flair is something that I myself enjoy. And if we can get artificial intelligence to do one thing correctly, because let's be honest, you ask a question of ChatGPT, sometimes the answers are not entirely accurate. And so if we can get them to do one thing correctly and just make like good looking art, I'd be fine with that because let's just not go down the Skynet road just yet.
Hordox is asking, AI art sucks, change my mind. Usually I don't really look up much AI art, but with the
I haven't dove down that well yet.
Yeah, but what the state of Hoppy has cooked up here on okay, hold on, I'll share my screen again. And then we'll get back to this. But what the state of Hoppy's been cooking up every game day on Twitter, Horror Ducks, I've been I don't even want to say like impressed. I've just been entertained, to be perfectly honest. And yeah, we'll get to puck drop here in just a moment. We won't even go to a second break, but I got to show you for the sake of conversation here before. All right, so this one's been my favorite. So every game day he posts, something. So this was against Philly, which I thought was absolutely incredible. Today's good, not as good as that one, but I do like the little flower touch to it as well. What else did Hoppy do? The lightning one turned out pretty good. Pretty badass. I think this was against the Panthers.
That's my favorite.
There've been some good ones, man.
You wouldn't know what it is unless you are a hockey fan. That one's actually okay. That one's pretty good.
We wanted them to dance. That's why we wanted them to dance. But anyways, that'll do it for this intermission with your friend Seth Topol and mine of Locked On Wild. Seth, we will see you back in second intermission to run down what's probably going to be a crazy second period too, given how this game has played out thus far.
Matt Boldy goal in the second period. I'm calling it.
All right, let's go. Seth Topol, Locked On Wild. We'll see you back here again soon. There we go. Always great to have Seth Topol, my co-host for whenever we do Sota Pod episodes, and we will have some Sota Pods drop in November, I promise. Go check him out on his YouTube channel and wherever you get your podcasts from. Locked On Wild. Puck drop for this second period in the Minnesota Wild. 1 minute on the power play here. 15 shots for Wild, 9 for the Pittsburgh Penguins, and basically back to square one here. And the Wild shot from the slot there, and another great save by Blomqvist. Yes, big shout out to Seth Topol. A good friend of mine. Now credentialed, so whenever he's in the Twin Cities for game days, he's always there doing his live post shows at the rink, which is super cool. Wild win the faceoff. Blue line shot from center and a blocker save. Boldy got it back to Faber. Faber slot back to the blue line, and the Pittsburgh Penguins send it the length of the ice. Slot shot. Today's looks like it's from Angry Birds. That I was trying to figure out what it reminded me of. That's 100% what it was. Backhand by Boldy there. Onside, which is nice. Ek, Kaprizov, Boldy in deep here. Trying to get something going. Cross to the right side. Zuccarello shot. Bounces. Left side. Left of the circle. Kaprizov. Cross ice. Zuccarello. Back to the blue line. Faber. Shot. Doesn't get through, and that goes left. Back to the blue line. Faber to Boldy, and a shot saved by Blomqvist. Boldy still has it again. Left side shot. Doesn't get through to the netminder. Zuccarello tip to Boldy. That goes up. Doesn't handle that one. Penguins tried to move with it and back to the other side. Freddie Gaudreau with the breakaway. Freddie Gaudreau scores! Gaudreau! Tabernac! Carlis, let's go! Quebec is back! Tabernac, let's fucking go! Ba-boom! Freddie Gaudreau with his second of the night, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely insane, Urban. Absolutely insane. This is his Kucherov arc. 144 points this year. Let's go, Urban. Let's go. Shootout Freddy is back. Tabernac the Carlis. Damn, it's 3-2 in the second period. Yes, the Leprechaun. What's good, Sean? Good to see you. Yes, two goals apiece in the first period. 19 shots already for the Minnesota Wild, who barely go into the second period up in shots, ladies and gentlemen, and they're 10 above that of the Pittsburgh Penguins. And nice save by Fleury on Malcolm, but Fleury unable to just control that puck as he tried to give it back to his defender. Pittsburgh has it. Pittsburgh at the blue line, and that is broken up by Foligno. Not weird, wild. Blomqvist, and he honestly, Urban, he's been playing out of his mind. Like, I know it's 3-2, but he's been playing very, very well. In the first, like, it could have been 4-2 for the Wild in the first period if not for him. Wild about to kill him. Our team is 1-2 so far. I mean, I think Chicago will be better this year. They did acquire some good pieces to fill out their roster, but I don't think they're going to be, still anything special in the Central. Especially with Utah actually looking pretty good. Lauko here. Back to the blue line. Shot blocked on the way to the net. Achari and Bolivier lost it. Wild still have it. Wild up the right side. Who's Nadinov? Over the line. Tried to send it to his lineman on the right side. Broken up. Sent ahead. Great job by Brock Faber, man. Faber to Ogren. Lauko couldn't get it to Kuznetsov. Play broken up. Pittsburgh has it. Pittsburgh couldn't handle it over the blue line. And a nice pass. Wild have it. Left side. Boldy fighting for it. Second line gets out on the ice. Blue line. Up the left. Around the boards. Boldy fighting for it in the circle here. 2-on-1, and the Pittsburgh Penguins get it. They push it the length of the ice, but Faber's right on it here. And the Wild get back possession. Off the glass. Wild still have it on the left side. Neutral zone. Up center. Wild coming in with numbers. Boldy with it. Boldy in the slot. Boldy tried to leave it for Faber there. They recognize the puck was broken up and they're going to get a change. That's what I hear. That's tough. That's tough. Fleury playing the puck behind the net. Passes it around. Wild get it out of their zone. Oh, you're talking about the Peoria Rivermen. Yo, shout out to the Peoria Rivermen. I like them more than the Chicago Blackhawks. I believe so. But let me tell you, Blomqvist has been awesome, man. Again, this game, overall his stats haven't been that good, but for this game, I've been pleasantly surprised with what I've seen. Bully time. Wild have it back in the Pittsburgh zone. Again, the Wild have played mostly a defensive first game this year, like style. They're looking really good in the offensive zone and on their rushes here tonight. And it's not just the first line, it's not just the second line, it's not just the third line, it's all four lines. It's all four lines. And that is okay, we're going to go to a commercial break here. No. Good. 20 shots for the Wild, 10 for the Penguins. Wild lead 3-2. Despite being down 2 goals in the first period, Wild now 3 unanswered by Pittsburgh. Little Penguins Jr. gonna cry. I got the Subway jersey back here today, ladies and gentlemen. We were wearing the classic one on the last stream. And the Wild bring it in deep. Good job. Kaprizov back to center and a shot. Oh, Zuccarello missed the net there. That was a perfect opportunity. Zuccarello has it. Back to Kaprizov. Kaprizov down low. Yeah, that was a tough one to miss. Because they're fucking scumbags, dude. I hate that organization. Don't hate the players necessarily. I got don't necessarily hate the players on the team. Like I got nothing against Bedard, but the organization, unfortunately, are run by trash humans, dude. Who want to cover up internal SA cases. Fuck them, man. And Pittsburgh wins the face-off in their own zone. And Chelsea's dagger is going to give me PTSD from the amount of times that Chicago beat Vancouver growing up. I hate that song. So that's just me personally. I think the Wild is like they're a rival, right? Like Colorado, Dallas, Chicago, all like divisional rivals of the Wild. Pittsburgh has it. 13:31 on the clock here. Pittsburgh with the breakout. Barely a breakout. They just tried to dump, but no chase. Wild trying to bring it out of their own zone. They get it in the neutral zone. Can't keep possession. Old channel. What's up, Western Mass Climber? Old channel. Second channel. Good to see you, man. How you doing? Hockey channel. So I've told you this many times, Western. I put more time. Oh, nice shot there by Pittsburgh. Saved by Fleury, another rebound. City life's not the first priority. I run a hockey podcast and beer network with the state of Hoppy. Oh, what a save by Fleury, but wide open on the left side, and Minnesota gets it. I don't like the rebounds from Fleury here tonight, but that was a save you had to make. Whew, that was crazy. Right. Oh, here we go. Sorry, guys. Got distracted there. That was crazy. That was crazy. Middleton tried to get out of the neutral zone into the Pittsburgh Penguin zone. Failed. Pittsburgh pushed it back here. Minnesota with it on the left side. Good, man. Hope all is well. Hey, I'm same, man. Hope you had a good weekend. Hope you enjoyed the fights. And hope you've been having a great start to your week too, man. I have 3 favorite teams, 1 Wild, 2 Utah, 3 whoever plays the Stars. Love it, love it. And the Wild kept it in the neutral zone, sent it back to the Penguin zone. They're looking to chase. Yeah, I don't really want to make that the focus of this stream, Sean, but fuck that organization. Fuck Bowman and those running it. That's my opinion. You asked, I answered the question. That's why. Don't hate the players on the team right now. They weren't there. But fuck that whole crew. Quenneville and all. Pittsburgh has it. Up the right side. Eriksson Ek. And a shot. Nice save by Blomqvist. Second line still out there. Pittsburgh doing a good job defending there. Able to get the puck into the neutral zone right side. No, my buddy, the Leprechaun, he's from Illinois. Oh, and Fleury with the left glove save. Gets it to Spurgeon. Good to see Spurgeon back, by the way. Hope he ain't a Band-Aid all season. And icing on Pittsburgh. That was close, man. Malkin was right there. This is Isa. He's just hockey brother. The issue did cause controversy with the loyal fans. I mean, as it should have. It was pretty fucked up what happened. But look, I love the jersey. I'm not gonna lie. I love the logo, love the jersey. But I hated them even before that, Sean, because I lived in British Columbia, Canada for many years. And it took a long time for the Canucks to beat the Chicago Blackhawks. I think it was like 3-1 in playoffs. Head-to-head. 10 minutes on the clock halfway through this second period. 3-2 Minnesota. Minnesota keeps the puck in the Penguin zone. Faber keeps it. Zuccarello pass to the left side. Back to Faber. Slot shot. Nice save. Oh, and the puck is still in play. Wasn't able to cover it. Wild still have it. Faber battling for it. Left side, Pittsburgh gets it. And it's a 2-on-2, 3-on-2. Holding it, nice block. Oh, we got a fight. Faber in a fight. Faber. Oh my God, Faber's in a fight, ladies and gentlemen. This has to be his first fight, no? Bro, what? Faber tried with the uppercut. Right hand. Oh my God, who's he fighting? Oh man, who the fuck is he fighting? Saint something rather. I don't know who this kid is. Oh my God, Faber got into a fight. You got to be kidding me. This is the greatest thing ever. Well, except he's going to be in the box for 5 minutes now. But still, oh my God.
That shit beautiful than a motherfucker.
I mean, this actually does kind of hurt the Wild because Faber's their best defenseman. Oh, so Faber took a pretty hard hit on Crosby. Crosby was kind of, that's some cheap shit from Crosby there. And Faber getting all pissed off. Faber, it looks like his chain necklace was broken there, but he grabbing his jersey, pulled that chain right off. But Faber with a nice uppercut. Other than that, didn't really have anything. Captain Brock Faber. He hung in there. Good for him. Crosby got all pissy about something, so Faber had to fight. The Minnesota kid. Yes, dude. He played for the Golden Gophers too, which was awesome. First fight of the year for the Wild, and it's Brock motherfucking Faber. Let's go. Can we keep a total how many fights we see all year? Yes. That's number 1. Captain Brock Faber. Let's go. Yeah, it was Faber had a pretty good. He had a fine hit on Crosby. Got tangled up with him, and then Crosby was getting a little pissy there. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Fighting hasn't been down in the league to start the year, but definitely amongst the Wild. Well, our Lord and Savior Ryan Reeves isn't here anymore. I mean, the Wild honestly should just build a statue of Ryan Reeves. Let's be perfectly honest. When Kaprizov went down and no one was scoring goals, who scored goals? His only, I think, like 2-3 goals. His career high in goals with the Wild and any other team. Ryan motherfucking Reeves. Crosby snaps his fingers. Kid go fight. Yup. Fight number 1 for the Wild 2024-2025 season. John Hines ain't too happy about this. Oh, shoot. My apologies, guys. Whoops. Hockey from home would have caught that. All right. Fleury's probably so jealous. He's like, fuck, I just want to fight. You know, you liked Monte and Chelios when they played with Chicago. Oh yeah, dude. Like I said, I got no issue with like players who go through there, right? Like, now the players who are involved in helping to cover it up, like it leaves a sour taste in my mouth. You know what I mean? It leaves like a gross feeling. But for the most part, like I respect what they did on the ice, because those are the guys who actually like put their body through hell for our entertainment, right? And obviously, like, made a lot of money. It's their job, whatever. But, like, those in front office, I have, and like, the coaches, I have no sympathy for at all. Caden Taves, yep. And, you know, I mean, Taves was, you know, Team Canada. Gold medalist with Team Canada. So. Seabrook. Duncan Keith, Dustin Bufflin. Shout out to Big Buff. I actually saw him playing Prince George when I was growing up in junior. 9 minutes and 11 seconds on the clock. Spurgeon in his own end here, looking for the breakout. Leaving it for Kaprizov. And it looks like actually the Wild are on a power play here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Spurgeon with it. Zuccarello to the right side. Boldy looking for a shooting lane. Doesn't find one. Finds Zuccarello, though, on the left side to Kaprizov. Beautiful pass there. Doesn't get through. That goes wide. Boldy tried to send it back to the blue line. Lost it there as it was 2-on-1. That's going to go the length of the ice. 1 minute 11 seconds on the power play for the Minnesota Wild. Dustin Byfuglien was one of the fastest. I mean, like, skin color aside, because that doesn't really matter. He was a big boy. Nice shot there by Pittsburgh, shorthanded. Pittsburgh still shorthanded here. Big shots there on Fleury. That last one hit the post. He was just a big guy. Like, he didn't take his strength and conditioning, I don't want to say as serious as some of the other players, but it didn't matter because he could still skate like fucking the Flash near 300 pounds. But I love Byfuglien, yeah. I met him a couple times, and he's a Minnesota guy. I think he lives in Winnipeg, though, now. Wild trying to keep that puck in their own zone, and they do. Right side. Bickle scored too many wingers against us. You know, I feel like this is mostly Caucasian sport. True. Wayne Simmons, too, I guess, if we're going to go down that route, was for the Flyers. He was an interesting case, too, given just his frame. Opposite of Byfuglien. He was like skinny and tall, yet skated really fast and was hard to knock off the puck. 7 minutes on the clock. And a little bit of sloppy play here the last minute here after that power play expired for the Minnesota Wild. Minnesota being caught here as the Penguins are able to move the puck well here for, honestly, the first time in the game here, and shot outside the circle for Pittsburgh. Wild trying to regain the puck, which has been pretty easy for them all night, but who's been in the box? Brock Faber, and a nice save by Fleury. Crosby, top line on there. Nice job moving the puck, trying to get it up to center, and that's batted out by the Wild. Pittsburgh, best push of the game thus far, 5-on-5. George Larocque never lost too many scraps. Love George Larocque. Oh, Fleury! I don't know if he got a piece of that, but what a save if he did. I think just two. Five minutes and 49 seconds. Wild having a tough time getting the puck out of their zone. They finally do, but not clean. Lose it at center. Yo, rest in peace, Ray Emery. Ray Emery would scrap too. Good job forechecking for Pittsburgh here. Bogosian fighting for it. Yeah, man, the story of how Ray Emery passed through is just so sad. Oh, wrist shot tipped. Fleury blocked it. Another rebound, though. Oh, and another shot. Fleury didn't even know where that one was coming. Blocked by Fleury. Traffic in front of the net. Off the post, and Fleury lays on it. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my God.
The Minnesota Wild's defense just falls apart without Brock Faber. My God. Post power play. It's been tough for the Minnesota Wild here, 5-on-5. And Lauco and O'Connor talking here. Holy shit. Trying the Philly net. Crash crap. Great defense. Honestly, they're lucky on this one. They're lucky that puck didn't go in there with the post. Their defense has been falling apart here a little bit. Got a little puck luck there, and the best push by the Pittsburgh Penguins thus far came those 2 minutes after that power play. The Wild not breaking up the play as easy as they've been doing thus far. But Fleury kept it out. Again, not liking all the rebounds from Marc-Andre Fleury here tonight, but hey, I'd rather save and the puck rebound than not make the save and it goes in, because the Pittsburgh Penguins aren't capitalizing on the rebound necessarily with just a shot right after, but they are regaining and holding positions. Keep winning the coin flips, Wild. Yeah, that one was a little, that was a little hockey god's help there. That one hitting the puck. So now the puck hitting the post, that right post. But Fleury looked pretty sharp there. looked pretty sharp there, was flailing flamboyantly as Lafleur does. I'm interested to see what line actually the Wild put out there on this one. But again, yeah, Lauko, he's just kind of been in the mix of every situation here tonight. He's looked good on the forecheck, looked good 5-on-5, looked good defensively. And now mucking it up a little bit post-whistle. Again, big shout out to everybody joining us here in the live chat. Appreciate you all. Don't forget to smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. This is the last game we're streaming in October here, but the November schedule is a thick one. I think we're going to do 7 to 8 streams in the month of November covering the Minnesota Wild. A lot of home games too, which will be fun. Face-off won by the Penguins. Penguins, right side. Penguins looking for a shot there. Didn't get through, but blocked to the top of the crease by Brodin, says the broadcast, in Pittsburgh unable to capitalize on the rebound. Top line for the Pittsburgh Penguins still out there. I mean, Malkin, Crosby, man, that's the two-headed dragon. Crosby comes away with it. Not quite, as Brodin. Great job getting the puck away from Crosby. Eric Sinek gets the puck out of the zone. Can the Wild win that neutral zone battle? They do, as Johansson pushes the puck length of the ice. Malkin on the breakout. And the Pittsburgh Penguins are going to get a change. Wild complete their change. Pass deflected down into the Wild zone. Good job by the Wild poking that one to the right side. Rossi with it. Tried to shove it next to the post. Unable to do so. And this is what I want to see from the Wild. This is what we've seen most of the game. Pittsburgh getting the play broken up upon entering the zone. Wild with a good forecheck. Wild have it deep in the left side. Left corner. Kaprizov gets checked there, and he falls to the ice. Pittsburgh has it. Right side, entering the zone. Pittsburgh around the net. They actually got a shot off, though. I can't believe that. Fleury ends up covering the puck. My goodness. I can't believe that shot actually got through. 2-on-1. The Wild did a good job. Two players breaking up the play. And was that Eller who actually made that shot, if you want to even call it that? He just kind of flung the puck out away from his stick at the net or towards Fleury, and that actually caused a little bit of a ruckus there in front of the net. Let's take a look at the Pittsburgh Penguins roster here right now and how they're doing this season. Evgeny Malkin, 14 points, 11 assists on the season. Crosby, 7 points in 10 games. Yeah, Malkin's absolutely dominating. Bro, Malkin's 38 years old. It's crazy, man. Like, Ovi's going to be 40 soon. Malkin's 38. Crosby's 37. Oh, my goodness. Time flies, man. Erik Karlsson, still just 34. Oh. Puljujärvi. That's cool to see Jesse Puljujärvi actually found a home with the team. I know he played 22 games last year, didn't do that great, but he already has more points this year, 5 in 9 games. More points than he had last year with the Pittsburgh Penguins. Kraken beating the Habs like a rented mule, 6-1. There goes my parlay. Oh, sorry to hear about your parlay. Kraken have been a weird team this year. They've been like good one night, meh the other. Jaromir Jagr, one of the greatest of all time. He's still playing, by the way. Do you know that? 52 years of age, still playing. He's playing for the Czech team that him and his dad own. But his dad's getting old, and I think his health is pretty poor. So Jagr is now the general manager, I think assistant or players coach and player for the team. And then this is going to be his last season. But he played well last year. And he's been training in the offseason with NHL guys, with Czech NHL guys like Pasternak. and some of the big names. But yeah, no, Jaromir Jagr is one of the greatest of all time. One of the greatest of all time. And like, he's base too, man. Like, have you seen his wife or girlfriend or one of many? I don't think it's his wife. Do you remember at the Olympics that one time when some girl tried to blackmail him? It might not even been at the Olympics. It might have been at like the World Championship. And it was like the girl like taking a picture, like, I'm in bed with Jagr. And he's just, and then he retweets it and reshares it. He's like, I'm in bed with this hot chick or whatever. And I'm just like, oh my God, base, dude. Dude, I know, right? Again, no one knows what you're talking about, Hank. This ain't the City Life Project, despite the sign in my background. $22 shots on net for the Wild. They've only got 2 shots on net in the last 7 minutes. He doesn't want my money, by the way, Hank. I tried to pay him. I sold an Xbox and everything. Wild get the puck out of the zone. Separator goal or 2 needed. Yeah. Yeah. No, I sold my Xbox and everything. Oh, shot missed there. Second line on here for the Wild. I know it's a joke. Can you believe it? Back to the neutral zone. Wild have it. I need to sell that Xbox anyways, though, because I don't play it. I don't think I've played video games for like 2 years. Minus the one drunken night of Xbox 360 Zombies with my roommate at the Christmas party last year. Wild. Getting the puck into the Pittsburgh zone again. Little dump in. Chase. Good forecheck. 1 minute 42 seconds. And shot! Nice save by Blomqvist. And the Wild are kind of in halfway between the change. Boldy was still out there, but Trennan and Gaudreau were on the ice as well. Fighting for it here right on the Pittsburgh blue line. This one's going to be tough if this does come to see who's off or onside here. And it looks like we're just going to get a whistle. Probably the right call there. Final minute of the second period, ladies and gentlemen. Minnesota up 1 goal, 3-2 here. Pittsburgh did have a better second period, I will say. Despite, it might be crazy for me to say, despite Pittsburgh scoring 2 goals in the first period. One of them was on the power play. And one just wasn't the best save by Marc-Andre Fleury. I think overall, Pittsburgh's actually played a better period overall here in the second. That rush that they had after the power play was the most dominant that they've looked so far in this game. Gimme. Good job by Wild breaking up that play. 45 seconds on the clock. Zuccarello has the puck. Rossi took it back, sent to the blue line. Shot. And Kaprizov to Zuccarello, and he scores! He found his glasses! What a tip play! Kaprizov to Zuccarello, right in the back door, ladies and gentlemen. Right in the back door. With 36 seconds on the clock, 4-2 for the Minnesota Wild. Rossi. Oh my God. Rossi to Kaprizov to fucking Zuccarello. That was a beautiful play. Dude, Rossi's been so good on this line. It's tremendous. Rossi just kind of tips it back there to Kaprizov. Oh my goodness. That was beautiful. 25 shots on net for the Minnesota Wild, 18 for the Pittsburgh Penguins, and the Minnesota Wild scoring 2 goals. That's 4 unanswered. 4 unanswered. Indeed, Urban. Rip the Penguins win streak. And Malkin with it on the left side. Malkin trying to get one back here late. Pittsburgh pushing. Pittsburgh with a shot. Doesn't hit the net. Crosby. Malkin back to the blue line. Left side. Pittsburgh. Tried to find Malkin for the tip. And Crosby knocked the stick out of Brodin there. Looks like the ref missed it. And that's going to do it for the second period. Oh my God. Wow. What a second period, ladies and gentlemen. What are your takeaways? Before Seth joins us here, key takeaways. I want to hear you guys in the chat here. Key takeaways from the second period. I think Fleury's been playing better. I think the Wild's forecheck has been awesome. I think the Wild's ability to break up play like they did in the first period was awesome. I don't like how, obviously Faber fighting was awesome, but I don't think that there was any coincidence with the Wild falling apart defensively a little bit when their defensive pairs were shuffled due to Faber having to sit in the box for 5 minutes. As soon as he was back, they were good to go. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. 1 or 2 more wouldn't hurt for the third. Are the Penguins the Dallas Cowboys of the NHL now? I don't think so. Wow. All right, keep the comments coming, guys. It's the comment-driven live stream. Absolutely love the interaction that we've had with you guys thus far. We're going to take a quick break. On the other side, we got Seth Topol from Locked On Wild, and we're going to discuss this crazy second period. I told Seth on his way out at the end of the first intermission, I said this second is going to be a crazy period as well. And there were some gnarly moments. 2 goals from the Minnesota Wild. Brock Faber, and I believe his first ever NHL fight. First fight for the Minnesota Wild this season. And they were put on their heels a little bit as Pittsburgh after killing the penalty. Man, good few minutes of a push there. We'll talk about all of that and more on the other side. Do not go anywhere. Second intermission here with Seth Topol to break it down and to continue to take your comments here on the Sota Pod. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll be right back after this quick break. And we are back live here on the Sota Pod. Minnesota Wild take on the Pittsburgh Penguins at the end of this long and grueling road trip that took up the entire month of October. And oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
Have the Wild looked amazing on this road trip overall, and they're looking damn good in this game as well as they lead the Pittsburgh Penguins 4-2. Final goal coming on a beautiful, beautiful play there. Rossi back to Kaprizov to Zuccarello, and beautifully put in there by Zuccarello. 36 seconds left in the period. Seth, where do you want to start, sir? Because there's a lot to unpack from that second period.
Should we start with Brock Faber's reincarnation of the Christmas Story where Ralphie just snapped?
Like, what is this? The City Life Project? Calling fights on these?
That was I was not
wires crossed.
Yeah, he was mad, and he had every right to, because Sidney Crosby was basically holding him face down on the ice right along the boards. And at some point, he just was like, you know what? I'm done with this. And so he grabs Sidney Crosby and is like, you aren't going anywhere. And the Penguins
Crosby snapping his fingers and his minions
he's like,
to take the
like,
fight for him.
Help. And so that the Penguins player comes onto the ice to take care of business for him. John Hines lost his mind.
I saw, because so it went to commercial and then they came right back in commercial and John Hines was still talking to them. I mean, the Wild got a power play out of it, but what I will say is the Wild got a power play out of it, couldn't capitalize, and then right after the power play, without Faber out there and like the pairings having to be reshuffled, those next 3 to 5 minutes, basically since Faber was gone, were, I would say, was Pittsburgh's best opportunity to try to get another goal. I honestly say that was the best the Pittsburgh Penguins have looked all game, was in that small window. And despite Pittsburgh not scoring in that second period, I still think they had a way better second period than they did the first period.
Yeah, I fully agree. They held the zone more consistently in the second period than they did in the first. Like they had trouble even entering the offensive zone in that first period. In the second, they were getting some good looks. They took advantage of a decor for the Wild that was obviously Faber shorthanded, and so they were able to get the other Wild defenders into some long shifts. Middleton was out there for over 2 minutes at one point,
and he looked gassed.
Yeah, so they did what they needed to do, but on the other end, Marc-Andre Fleury made some really key saves, and
he looked better in the second too.
The Wild did a good job of helping him out too. Like there were a bunch of instances where he made the initial save, and I love to just see Wild players looking for, okay, where's the puck? Let me grab it. Freddie Gaudreau had a key one where Fleury was sprawled out to the right to make the initial save.
Yep.
And Gaudreau, like the puck came from, I think, around behind the net or something like that. And Gaudreau was there and ready. Like he was there and ready to make a play and to grab the loose puck and to push it back up the ice. That's just the kind of thing. Those are those little detail plays that you need to be on your game as Wild players under this John Hines system. And so big key to Wild players for finding the opportunities to just help out a little bit after Fleury makes those initial saves. And that was
I will say though, too many rebounds from Fleury. And I was like, I'd rather you have a rebound and it not go in with the follow-up shot, or even if it keeps Pittsburgh with the puck, but they don't score immediately after. Obviously, I'll take a rebound over a goal, but it's too many. And that was the thing. Fleury, we had a little bit of luck from the hockey gods, because that one puck that hit the post there was too close for comfort. Yeah. And in that whole scenario, in that whole play, kerfuffle, moment of absolute terror and stress from us calling this game and us obviously rooting for the Wild. That was just the case. It wasn't like the rebounds were leading to just like secondary shots and then Fleury making another save. They were leaving the Pittsburgh Penguins were just getting the puck after the rebound, or beating the Wild on the battle to get after the rebound, and then just keeping the puck in their zone. And we saw a lot of that without Faber in that same sequence.
Yeah, that's a great distinction too, is it's not like it was just loose puck, immediately slam it back on the net to try to get a quick goal. It's just helping sustain zone time. And those are the little things that add up, is you do everything that you're supposed to do. You defend the initial shot, and if you can get the puck out of the zone and push it back up the other way, then you give yourself an opportunity to be able to make some line changes, or to get fresh players on the ice, or just to go back on the offensive. And there were a few of those in which the Penguins just got there first, which is why they were able to sustain, and which is why there were a lot of tired legs for the Minnesota Wild there in that second period. But, the other key too is the Penguins had 5 high danger chances that period after none in the first. The Wild had 3 in the second, so they still hold a 7-5 edge in high danger chances, but 5 high danger chances for the Penguins in the second period alone tells you that they were getting closer to the net and they were able to get some better looks, but Fleury just was able to make some key saves.
Yeah, no, it was an exciting period for sure. Like to see that Fleury got a little bit better there. The start of the period was awesome. Like quick goal. This so far this season, we haven't seen the Wild go into the second period leading in shots. So their offense was looking good. Dried up a little bit. Again, it was basically just that section of the second period where Faber wasn't there. The Wild were kind of just playing on their toes. As soon as Faber was back, as soon as that 3 to 5 minutes of Pittsburgh actually going pedal to metal and getting those opportunities and breaking what has been such a tightly and beautifully executed game for the Minnesota Wild. Other than that, it was back to all systems go, back to business, back to what we've seen the Wild do so well, not in just this game, but on this whole season thus far, whole start to the season thus far, this whole road trip thus far, which is breaking up opportunities from their opponents when they either try to dump and chase it. There's a dump, there's no chase because the Wild are on it right away, and they don't allow their team to cycle at all. And it's truly incredible. And honestly, a lot of it is on Faber's back, and he's looked tremendous when he's been out of the box tonight.
Yeah, and this is where I think that Foligno-Gaudreau-Trenin combination has been so key, is because you can just turn them loose and say, go get the puck. And they fly into the offensive zone and they just hit whatever's in their way. I think the big takeaway from period 2 is that the Wild can go in and say, yeah, Pittsburgh handled the action for the most part in period 2, but guess what? The Wild were +2 in the goals department. And that is the trademark of a good team.
Well,
that's
and
what
they
good
started
teams
strong
do.
and they ended strong too.
Yep.
So
that's what good teams do on the road, is you weather the expected push from the home team and you find a way to add a couple of goals to pad your lead. And the Wild did that. Now I'll be shocked if we don't see a little push from the Minnesota Wild because of a couple of things. Because of the Faber, the Crosby to Faber face washing, because of the Crosby frustration slash on Jonas Brodin that did not get called for a penalty. Wouldn't surprise me if the Wild are a little hot under the collar to start off the third period. But the key is beat them on the ice. Like if you want to retaliate for a penalty or for a non-called penalty, go beat the opponent on the ice. Go add a goal, maybe 2 here right off the bat, and all of a sudden then it's a 6-2 game. And just keep pushing until the final buzzer sounds. This is closing time right now for the Minnesota Wild. It's time to show all these home fans of Pittsburgh. It's time to show them to the door.
Absolutely. All right, what do you want to see from the Wild to close out this game?
Besides a Marc-Andre Fleury goalie goal,
or a fight? Who would he fight? Can we just see him fight Crosby?
If Crosby would,
okay. How many? Like, I know this is obviously not going to happen, guys. So I'm just saying, but like, if we're gonna live in, outside of reality here, like what, a 7-2 game, and then at that point, Flower just points at Crosby and goes, "Come here, bitch. You saran wrap my shit. Time to get the knuckle sandwich."
Or just grabs him as he goes up close for a goal, or for a shot attempt, just bear hug him and throw him to the ice and start wailing on him. Beyond that, so we talked about it in the first intermission, Isha. First and second lines felt like there was going to be something that they threw into the party here tonight. First line took care of theirs. I want to see a second line goal in the third period to really put this one out of reach, to take this game into full Wild control, and to finish this road trip on a high note with a nice, nifty little 6-1-2 record.
Let's go. Well, Seth, thank you as always for jumping on these intermissions. It's a great addition to the show, and I know since we've been just super busy and haven't been able to do a Sota Pod episode recently. It's good to be able to interact here on the air. So appreciate you, man.
We'll get everything back and ironed out. But like you said, it's a crazy time of the year. And so happy to hop in and to just keep rolling through these Wild games.
I like this, John. Malcolm Kaprizov fight Fleury scores the empty netter.
Yep. Put that directly into my veins. Just hook it up. I'm ready.
All right. What do you got coming up on Locked On Wild? We got a couple more minutes here before puck drop.
So we'll continue. We'll have a nice our three things recap, which I think has been really fun after these games to just hear some of John Hines' thoughts on the game, on what happens, the ebbs and the flows. It's fun to get into the coach's head a little bit as to some of the decision making and some of the process. So we'll have another one of those after this game. We'll probably get some thoughts from Marc-Andre Fleury as well. And after that, we flip the calendar to November. So we're going to literally take stock of where the Minnesota Wild were at through the first month of the season. I'll have Zach coming back on for his bits, which will be looking at the month of November schedule and also just seeing whose strong starts we're buying, Kirill Kaprizov, and whose strong starts we're selling. It's going to be a fun rest of the week.
I'm interested to hear who you're selling because I got some because I have some thoughts on that too.
Got some thoughts. I like it.
Jacob Milton. Anyways. I hope not because I like that.
He had a 3-game stretch where he was just sensationally good.
That's what I'm saying. You play with Faber.
I mean,
you don't got to do much, but just be a plus player out there.
As long
as you're capable, and then he's capable. He's not the first guy to be leaned upon, right?
Yeah, exactly. Which is why I think having Spurgeon and Brodin back as that number one pairing that'll help kind of slot everything back into balance. We're going to take a look at that pairing as well. Obviously, we're still in game 9 of the season so far. Right around that 20-25 games mark is when you really start to form opinions as to what this team is. But early returns, another stock market adage, early returns are so far so good.
Sorry, Seth. I froze there for a moment.
I was like,
did I lose Seth or did Seth lose me? Sorry about that.
It's all good.
But anyways, all right. Well, puck is about to be dropped here for the third period. Thank you as always. You guys heard where to find him. Locked On YouTube or Locked On Wild YouTube. Find him wherever you get your podcasts from. Locked On Wild daily episodes, videos every day, and post-game shows as well. So don't forget to join Seth for the post-game show. You join us here for the watch parties. You join Seth for the post-game show. Divide and conquer, my friend.
Post-game tonight, as soon as puck drops. Let's take this win home, baby.
Let's go. All right, Seth, thanks again. We'll see you on the next one. All right, on the other side, third period, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go Wild. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And we are back live here on the Sota Pod YouTube channel, covering all things Minnesota Wild, craft beer, NHL, and we're back for another watch party, ladies and gentlemen. Third period of hockey here in the National Hockey League tonight in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where the Minnesota Wild complete their road trip here in Pittsburgh. And Marc-Andre Fleury getting his final start in Pittsburgh. His last swan song. And there was a lot leading up to this one. And though he's played a little shaky in this game, overall, his team in front of him has played good, and he's made some good saves in that second period that Seth and I talked about. So I know we still have a whole period of hockey left, but if the Flower can get a win here in Pittsburgh, that would be amazing. And right off the bat, the Minnesota Wild pressuring Pittsburgh. 2 shots there. Not even 30 seconds into this first period. Puck trickles all the way down into the Wild zone. Pittsburgh still has it. Wild able to deflect that pass, and the Wild now send it the length of the ice, and they're going to get icing. Urban, sounds good, buddy. Sounds good. Again, Urban, I hope you feel better, my friend. I hope you feel better. And again, big shout out to everybody joining us on YouTube as well. If you're watching on X or Twitter, get your ass over to YouTube and join our live chat here. That's where it is a buzzing. Wild end up winning the faceoff. Nice pass to the left side. Wild successfully bring the puck into the Penguin zone. Battling for it. Deep in the corner here. To the right of the Pittsburgh netminder. Minnesota gets it. Right side. Spurgeon elected to pass instead of shoot. Spurgeon left side. Brodin with a shot. Oh, Brodin actually, nice cross pass there. Didn't get to his man, Spurgeon. Back to Brodin. Brodin on the left side. Spins. Back to Spurgeon. Oh, maybe the puck was... Someone went to the bench on the Wild. Maybe the puck hit them? I'm not sure. Or they were just starting their change. Spurgeon's looking pretty good. Like, he hasn't been too noticeable in any bad ways. He's been a little noticeable in some good ways. Brodin has looked really, really good, though, here tonight. So, Spurgeon's looked good, not great, not bad. You know what I mean? And hey, as a defenseman coming back, if there's not any glaring mishaps, you'll take that. And Brodin's been really noticeable with him as well. Nice shot there by the Wild. They're going to get a face-off. I gave the Wild 3 wins before the road trip started. Baked crow tastes good. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. I will take that. It's a beautiful blackbird. Oh, and I don't know if the stick broke. No, just a botch shot from the blue line there, but the Wild able to keep the puck in the neutral zone. They send this one back down right side. Wild still battling the Penguins to get this puck back to their possession and deep, and they get it. Blue line shot. Rebound. Pittsburgh gets the rebound. Pittsburgh sends the puck late length of the ice. Wild get it back. Beat them to it. Good pressure by Pittsburgh. Shot to the front of the net. And that one goes wide. Pittsburgh shot. Right side. Rebound. Everyone looking for it. Wild gets it back. Yes, sir, Urban. Yes, sir. And then we've seen Bogosian with Merrill. Just got back. What's up? Just in time. 17 on the clock here in this third period. And Wild look good out of the gate, pressuring. Faber back with it. Middleton carries the puck in, leaves it for the offense. Intercepted there, and Pittsburgh has it. Letang trying to get this puck out. Wild can't get it back. Crosby has it. Shot by Crosby. Nice save by Fleury, but another rebound. Man, Fleury's been struggling with the rebounds here tonight. But hey, it didn't go in, so I'll take it. Fighting. Left side of Marc-Andre Fleury. Wild getting the puck back, and they've done this so well. They've done this so well, not only this game, guys, but all season, being able to just tight defense in their own zone. Tight defense in their own zone here. Oh my goodness. And there we have it. This just got interesting. Nice goal from the Pittsburgh Penguins, and it is now 4-3. Despite that early push from Minnesota to start off this period, unable to fully break up that play. And it is now a 4-3 game. Things just got interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Things just got interesting here in Pittsburgh. And I didn't see the comment from Swerve. So I missed it right off the bat. What do you guys think? The Wild going to score another one? Do you think this gets even more interesting? Let me know in the live chat. Tight, yeah. Again, big shout out to you guys joining. Appreciate you all. Smash that like button. Subscribe. We got more of these coming all season, ladies and gentlemen. All season. 15:38 on the clock. Pittsburgh, again, sneaking back in the shot department. Wild led them in shots by 10 plus at one point in the second period. Only 4 behind now here are Pittsburgh. Just win. That's all I ask. Idle Skatesman draw. Unfortunately, there can't be a draw in hockey. Oh, open at the slot there in Pittsburgh with the shot. Didn't get through. Wild have it. I wish Nadinov was a goal scorer. Yeah. Well, I mean, they didn't draft him thinking he was going to be. But I wish to. Blue, purple, pink, whatever, man. Just keep making the good stuff. Breaking Bad, I'm guessing. I never finished that show. Got to season 4 and it was just kind of like meh. After that bottle episode, actually, I was kind of just done. Too slow pace. And a nice block there by Pittsburgh as Wild had it in the slot. Yep. Never started. First 4 seasons were really good. I hear it ended pretty good too, which is always good. Because I almost never watched TV after the last season of Dexter. I would say Breaking Bad held my interest longer than Weeds. Well, that and I just didn't have time to keep watching. Our episodes are long, man. Never give up on a show. Yeah, well, I don't have time to watch a lot of TV, right? Last few years, I've binged a lot, but not Breaking Bad or Dexter. Yeah, even when I was younger, I don't know. I binged early with shows, and then if they lost me, I would go play ball hockey with the boys or watch MMA or hockey. Wild have it down low. But I don't know. I'm definitely in the minority. I know everyone loves Breaking Bad. And I'm not saying it's a bad show. I gotta give it another chance and finish it someday. Someday before I die, when I have time to watch anything other than sports. Kaprizov trying to bring the puck in. Back to Kaprizov. Kaprizov passed, and it actually made it to Brodin, funny enough. Been more on a movie train than show binges. What have you been watching as far as movies, Hordox? On the deathbed. Yeah, on the deathbed, someone can show me Breaking Bad. I just would rather watch sports, to be honest, than shows these days. The older I get. And a good shot by the Wild to keep this puck in. They get back possession, back to the blue line. Merrill to Bogosian. Bogosian shoots it in. Oh, and Freddie Gaudreau unable to get that rebound. And an icing by the Pittsburgh Penguins. I think the last show I binged, and it was with my roommate, was Alice in Borderlands. That was really good. But if you can't handle reading subtitles... Oh, no, wait, maybe that one was dubbed. I think I watched most of it sub. I think the episodes that I didn't watch with my roommate, he watched them dub. Lost Interest after 5 episodes of Breaking Bad. Oh, wow. So yeah, definitely kept my interest more than 5 episodes. The older I get, the more I want to sleep. The older I get, the less sleep I get. If I can get 3 hours of sleep a night, I'm happy, brother. I might be watching Breaking Bad on my deathbed sooner than later. Anyways, nice opportunity by the Wild there. Getting the puck out of their zone. And they do. Nice. Oh my goodness. Nice hit by Foligno. Separates the man from the puck. Doesn't get the puck back. Puck travels lengthy ice. Faber. Back to Middleton. And Faber tried to send it. Or Middleton sent it back to Faber. Faber tried to send it back to Middleton. Hits the Pittsburgh skate and that stick and that goes high. Finished The Lighthouse a day ago. Good movie. Good movie. Love that movie. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. But no, when when my weekends are basically combat sports, throughout the week it's hockey. And then every now and then Sundays I'll go to Back Channel Brewing. Shout out to our friends at Back Channel Brewing for their Vikings game day. Friends trying to make an NFL fan out of me. I definitely don't dislike the NFL and American football, but I will forever be confused watching the NFL upon watching the CFL my whole life. Better players, better talent, crazier plays. I get it. It's just, every time 4 downs. I will never get used to 4 downs. Not even saying it's better or worse. Although everyone watching is going, shut the fuck up, you shit's better. I'll just never get used to it. So I always just kind of chuckle when I watch NFL. I stopped CFL in 1994. The good old days. No, I would say that the early 2000s, it had a good run as well. And this season's actually this season there've been some good games, but the world sickness really fucked that league. I haven't seen the Terrifier 3 yet. I've seen the first 2, and I don't know why I put myself through that. But apparently my friend said the Terrifier 3 was just crazier than the first 2. And that people were walking out of the movie theater because they couldn't even handle it. Yeah, Canadian football is 3 downs. CFL's dope. I haven't seen that, Horror Docs. The field's actually bigger, to be perfectly honest. And a nice snapshot by the Pittsburgh Penguins from the blue line. And a good save by Fleury. We got a Maryland Miracle, Hail Mary, thanks to a 4th down. Happy to have that number. Yeah, so Swerve, do you remember? I think it was in the 90s. It might be in the early 2000s. Remember when Baltimore came into the CFL for 1 year, won the Grey Cup, and then pieced the fuck out, hockey from home style? It's not horror? Nice. Yeah, Terrifier is definitely horror. And if you can't handle gore, do not watch it. It will scar you. And it's not like a meme horror like Teeth. It's bad. Yeah, Swerve, let's go. Miyazaki is one of the greatest art styles in all film. Nice. I'd love to be a film nerd, but then I'd have to give up watching hockey and combat sports, and I will not do that. Wilderness versus humanity type film. Oh, okay, cool. And Pittsburgh wins the faceoff. Pedersen trying to send that out to the neutral zone, and he does. Pittsburgh sends it back, though, to Pedersen as they're going to restart their breakout. The Terrifier? Yeah, dude. I don't know if it was the second one or first one, but there's that one scene. If you know, you know. And yeah. I don't even know if I'm going to go watch the third. Wild. Great job passing to get the puck out of their zone. They do successfully get it out of their zone, but broken up right at the blue line, and Pittsburgh sends it back in. My buddy said he almost had to walk out of the movie theater, and he is like a horror and gore type of movie buff. And he said it was almost too much for him. And I was like, okay, definitely gonna be too much for me. 11 minutes on the clock. The Punisher is a good series. Pittsburgh regains possession. sloppy play through the neutral zone and got tangled up in the ref's skates there, or one of the linesman's skates, I should say. Wild regains possession, sends it into the Pittsburgh zone. The Wild might just play a little bit of a safer, honestly, not even dump and chase, but dump and casually set up 2-3 men coming into the zone here for the remainder of the game to really try to hold on to this lead. Nice opportunity there by Pittsburgh, and we're going to have a face-off in the Wild zone. Minnesota Wild lead in shots still 31-27. It's close, ladies and gentlemen. It's close. Pittsburgh doing a good job of blocking a lot of shots too, 15-9. Pittsburgh has the only power play goal. Wild unsuccessful on theirs. First season, yes. Second season was too predictable. Blade, best trilogy. Blade's a good trilogy. $10 minutes and 33 seconds on the clock. We are just about halfway through this third period. Man, these streams go by so fast hanging out with you guys. So thank you so much for commenting in the live chat. Thank you so much for being part of these watch parties. Appreciate you guys. I know. Oh, and the Penguins taking a penalty here. Bro, who the hell is sitting front row with the Vegas Golden Knights jersey on in Pittsburgh? Come on. It doesn't irk me like when kids just wear whatever hockey jersey to a game. Because, I mean, I used to do that when I was a kid. I would go to junior hockey games. All I had was a Mighty Ducks jersey. I didn't have a Prince George Cougars jersey or Prince George Spruce Kings jersey. And I would just wear, my Mighty Ducks jersey. Same. I didn't go to an NHL game until I was an adult. But when you got a grown-ass man who's paid probably like close to $1,000 for those seats, you're going to wear a Vegas Golden Knights jersey? Interesting. A last-minute goal scramble won't end well tonight for the Wild. Must get a separator. Goal. Zuccarello passing to Kaprizov. Looking for Boldy and doesn't get it. Or sorry, Eck I meant in front of the net. But Boldy still on that right side. Back to Zuccarello. And Boldy with a shot and nice save. Hockey goes so fast. I love it. Every other sport drags on. Hockey is king, dude. That's why I love hockey so much, because of the pacing. And that's why I think, like, growing up, the two sports that I watch, or the three sports that I watched growing up, Urban, were box lacrosse, which, like, the pace in box lacrosse is even on another level than hockey. A little less flowy, obviously, but I think it's just because these guys are fucking hammering pavement, running back and forth versus skating, and then combat sports. So that's why for me, like, NBA, NFL, like, it's just tough. I can't watch baseball. I just can't. I'm sorry. Sorry, Twins fans. I can't do it. But it's because I grew up watching high impact, violent, and high pace sports, right? Good job by the Wild getting it deep in the zone here. 1 minute on the clock in the power play. Oh, and the Pittsburgh Penguins send it back down the length of the ice. No, but Urban, like I said, I really hope that you feel better, sir. And thank you for stopping by, even though you're a little under the weather here today. Swerve, Hank, thank you so much. Horror Docs, Leprechaun, Hank and the Leprechaun, from my second channel, and they're hanging out with me tonight here as well. So thank you guys, community members from my second channel. Horror Docs, appreciate you as well. Hog from Home, Sean Cosgrove, Chris, appreciate all you guys. And Zuccarello getting tripped up there again. Are the Wild going to go? Oh, and it's Hayes. And here we go. The Minnesota Wild get the two-man advantage for 25 seconds. Hayes tripped up Zuccarello, though, lost his stick and everything. And we're going to go 5-on-3. So, yeah, Zuccarello gets the puck back. And Hayes gets... You can't argue when the blade gets stuck in the skate, ladies and gentlemen. Two-man power play, only for 25 seconds, but at least they get to stay a man up. They're just trying to stay awake till the end of the game. 8 minutes, 47 seconds. Probably another, 10 to 12 with a commercial break and some whistles. You'll be good, Urban. You'll be good. I will say with this Wild road trip, we have been blessed with some early starts. Oh, when they go out west. Pardon mon français, but fuck. 9 o'clock starts, 9:30 starts. No, please, no. Please, no. But we'll have a few late streams here, guys. The best will be when the Wild maybe make the playoffs and they go like double, triple overtime games, and we're just here, edge of our seat, midnight. Those will be the fun ones. Those will be the fun ones. The most fun ones. Wild win the faceoff. Faber to the left side. Zuccarello. Down low. Kaprizov, Zuccarello. 15 seconds on the clock. Boldy with a shot. Nice save. Beautiful save by Pittsburgh. Kaprizov looking for his shot. They're trying to send it in deep for a tip. Eck tried to go after in Pittsburgh with a great clear. That's it for the two-man advantage. Again, there was only 25 seconds while they were able to get at least one shot on net. 1 minute and 26 seconds on the clock in Minnesota with a great job bringing that puck in. Pittsburgh barely had time to change. Oh my God, that's going to be the worst one. Yeah, cost of living here is a lot cheaper. Now that and a shot by I think that was Kaprizov anyways. Went wide. Puck gets sent back the length of the ice. No way. Pittsburgh. Oh, so they're arguing. So the puck went. This might be delay of game. Oh my goodness. Yeah, cost of living definitely cheaper here now that because I work in freelance like audio editing and video editing, and oh my God. Delay of game. Dude, the Wild are been given a gift here by the hockey gods. Backhand clear, that's going to go. Yeah, delay of game. Back to the two-man advantage for the Minnesota Wild. But yeah, cost of living is cheaper here. And now that I have American clients, a few American clients, for like my work, because all my work is like just online stuff, getting paid that USD, baby. We're all good. We're all good. But I love it here, man. I love it here. It's everything I like about living in small city or smaller town Canada. Just that vibe, and everything I love about the States. Freedom. So best of both worlds. I love this state, and I love this. I love the cities, and I love all the small little towns outside the cities. I'm excited to do a big state road trip next summer. Boldy left side, 36 seconds on the three-man advantage, and Kaprizov can't capitalize on that. Zuccarello back to Boldy. Boldy to Zuccarello on the left side. Zuccarello back to Boldy, back to Kaprizov, tic-tac-toe, and a nice save by Pittsburgh. Man, Blomqvist has been on his game here. Exactly. Can't wait to go ice fishing this year as well. Wasn't able to go last year. Wasn't cold enough. How crazy is that? It was too warm to go ice fishing last year. I had a whole trip planned and everything. Zuccarello, man, just shoot, Zuccarello. I hate to be that guy that just yells shoot, but Zuccarello trying to get too fancy with it on the tic-toe play. And I get it. You're 5-on-3. Those are tougher to predict, tougher to defend. But Blomqvist is on it, and he knows that you're going to pass the Kaprizov every single time. Still with the power play, 50 seconds on the clock. And the Minnesota Wild's power play here tonight has not been that great. They've been setting up opportunities, but have not capitalized. Back to the blue line here, 40 seconds on the clock. Ogren getting some time on the second unit. He gets a shot, and that's blocked. I do like seeing Ogren out there, I'm not going to lie. I do like seeing Ogren out there. Just want to see a little bit of what he's got. Oh my God. Like, look, like you can't even like shit on the Wild's power play or even shit on the opportunities that they had 5-on-3. It's just Blomqvist has been playing out of his mind. Like, that save was crazy. Oh my goodness. Right to left, right to left. Man, he's going to be sore after this game. is the Pittsburgh Penguins netminder. And this is just killing off time off the clock too, which is what the Wild obviously want. 6 minutes on the clock, 20 seconds left in the power play. Yeah, the powerless play tonight. Some good opportunities, but no dice. That puck goes high, out of play. 30 seconds left on the power, or 13 seconds left on the power play here. 5 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock. 37 shots for the Minnesota Wild, and they've just been buzzing this second half of the third period, thanks to a lot of undisciplined play by the Pittsburgh Penguins. But this would be huge for Pittsburgh. They're only down 1 goal, and this would take a lot of momentum away from Minnesota if they can kill off this final 13 seconds. And Pittsburgh has the puck. And it looks like they are going to kill the rest of this penalty. Wow. Back-to-back 5-on-3 penalties killed by the Pittsburgh Penguins. I mean, that is huge, and the crowd is cheering them on here. And a nice shot from the blue line on Pittsburgh by Boldy, and that's going to be covered again by Blomqvist. Blomqvist, man, He's been staring down Kaprizov and Boldy all night, being like, nothing is getting in from you two. Nothing's getting in from you two. I'll let some shots in by Goudreau. I'll let a shot in by Zuccarello, but nothing from you, Kaprizov. Nothing from you, Boldy, here tonight. We're going to TV timeout here. Last one, I presume, of the game. Still close in that the Minnesota Wild only lead by 1. But overall, I do think Minnesota Wild have been having a better... Outside of the special teams moments, Minnesota has been having a good third period. They came out strong. A little lapse in effort there where their foot comes off the gas and Pittsburgh capitalizes. But other than that, I've liked what I've seen. I would have obviously liked to see the Wild capitalize on the power play. They had 2 grade A chances that, just like in the first period, Blomqvist saved the Penguins' ass. I was saying this after the first period, the Minnesota Wild could have been up 2 more goals with some of the opportunities that they had in the opening frame. Not to say the Minnesota Wild could have been up 2 more goals in this period, but they certainly could have been up 1 more, right? So shout out to Blomqvist and the Pittsburgh Penguins penalty kill for doing some good work there. And this is crunch time. And the chat said it, hockey fan, doesn't even matter, Wild fans. I know this would be very much Minnesota Wild hockey if they blow this. Knocking on wood. They're not going to blow this. We got this. But you know why Kaprizov had to score? This has been my bad. This is my fault, ladies and gentlemen. Frig off, Bertuzzi. There we go. There we go. Come on, Kirill. Last minute goalie pulled scramble upcoming. No. We got the good juju back. We got Kirill back on the desk. I had Bertuzzi up for some of my fight streams. Sorry, guys. Sorry. No, we got the thrill here. Face-off win by Minnesota. Minnesota sends that puck in wide. Letang trying to get that back out. Minnesota has it. Sending it to the neutral zone, trying to get a tip in deep. And a great job by Malkin, just skating circles around Minnesota. Good job by the defense getting that puck back. Oh, oh my God, it was a takeaway by the Pittsburgh Penguins. They send that back in deep, wide. Malkin couldn't get it. Pittsburgh still has it. Fighting up against the boards. Left of Fleury. Wild get the puck back. Whew. That was the worst time and place to give up the puck. 38 shots for Minnesota, 27 for Pittsburgh, but it's a close game in the final 4 minutes and 42 seconds on the clock where it counts most, and that is in the goal department, ladies and gentlemen. Eller tried to find Pustinainen. Was that the guy who scored in the first for Pittsburgh? The young Finn. Unable to get it in the Wild, bring the puck back into the Pittsburgh zone. Trennan behind the net. Trennan sends it back to the blue line. Sending it back in deep. Unable to get it behind the net. And Middleton pinch to keep this in. Good job. They're fighting in the corner. Flower power, baby. Carlson slows things down. Eller's actually back to Carlson. Lars Eller's still in the league too. Damn. And both teams are going to get a change. And that's going to be icing or offside. It's crazy. Like last season, I really just focused on the Wild and like the Central Division. I didn't focus much on like just watching. So I was really focusing on my watching combat sports last year, my second channel, and building that up. I didn't watch as much hockey as I usually do in a season. Watched every Wild game, obviously, because to be in the know and ran a podcast. But so like a lot of the movement and stuff, I'm not used to some of these players being on these teams. I know Carlson's been with Pittsburgh for a little bit now, and like I know that, but it's just weird to see him not in San Jose sweater. And Cody Glass bouncing around. Now he's with Pittsburgh. 3 minutes on the clock. Oh, I hope so. And a shot there from the blue line. Gloved by Blomqvist. Shot wasn't going anywhere near the net. Blomqvist reached out to grab that, and we're going to have another commercial here. 3 minutes and 25 seconds on the clock. Fleury with the empty netter would be amazing. But again, I don't think we're going to see a fight with Fleury tonight. I said if we had like a 7-2 blowout, right? That was when the Wild were up 4-2. I said if they scored a few more and it was like 7-2, at that point, Fleury just skate out of your neck and just Ron Hextall a motherfucker and go for a fight. A little clothesline. A little straight up assault to the back of the back of the knee. Oh man. Ron Hextall was crazy. He was crazy. Good goalie coach for the LA Kings. Not a great GM or president or whatever role he was in when he was with the Pittsburgh Penguins. I guess he wasn't too bad with Philly, but I don't think he was the one calling all the shots there. Anyways, final few minutes left of this game, ladies and gentlemen. Overall, a fun game, I have to say. A fun game. Got to see some good plays by... Well, basically the top line from Pittsburgh has been fun to watch. I know nail-biting at time, but they've been fun to watch. So just like as a hockey fan, take away your Minnesota Wild fandom there for just a sec. Getting to see Malkin still play with gas left in his tank and still at the highest level. Same with Crosby is always a treat. Other than that, we got to see Hayes take a penalty. So there's that. Thank you. Thank you, Hayes. And then for the Minnesota Wild side, playing a pretty, other than the power play, that's really the only stinker. If I'm going to be like critical, the power play has not been good because I haven't been able to capitalize on it. I'll be fair and say there was a couple of chances that I liked, but when you're on a power play, especially 5-on-3, better get a couple chances. And then just the rebounds from Fleury. Other than that, Blomqvist has been out of his mind for the Pittsburgh Penguins and has really been denying a few big opportunities. Like this could realistically be a 6-3 game for the Minnesota Wild. If not for Blomqvist playing out of his mind. Yo, what's up? Hackstall and Smith both choppers. Yes. Freaking Smith too. Good to see you, Andrew. The game is really good. Close in score, but very good game, Andrew. How you doing tonight, buddy? What games are you watching tonight? I know there's a few other games on. Fucking, I saw Ovechkin scored again against the Rangers. He's so back. Brodin sends the puck the length of the ice. No icing. 2 minutes and 42 seconds on the clock. Yankees Volpe Grand Slam 5-2. Nice. You're watching baseball? I don't watch baseball, so I could care less who wins the World Series. You're great. That's awesome. Anyone but the Blue Jays. You know me, Andrew. Andrew being my friend from Toronto. Sorry, Andrew. Well, how's your week going thus far, though, buddy? You had a good start to the week? Glad you're doing great here tonight. Pittsburgh wins the face-off. Pittsburgh on the blue line. Shot blocked and a little discomfort there, but the Wild get a quick change. Nice little outlet pass there by Blomqvist, and the Pittsburgh Penguins down low. Faber, man, Faber's so good, man. Oh my God, he's so good. It's insane how good Brock Faber is. Oh my goodness, he single-handedly broke up two plays there. Unbelievable. No beef, Andrew. And a nice opportunity by Pittsburgh. Fleury with a huge save. And of course, a rebound, but he made the big save. Fleury, get up! And the puck trickles down into the Penguin zone. Two huge opportunities, one right in front of the net and one on the left side where Fleury had to jump to save that one. Yeah, there's no point in beefing on YouTube here, Andrew. We're just here to watch sports and have fun. So glad you ain't beefing. There's no need to beef. There's no need. Pittsburgh pulls the netminder with 1 minute and 25 seconds on the clock, battling in the neutral zone here. Wild have it. Brodin sends it the length of the ice and just misses the net. We're going to have... no icing there. That must have been tipped. Carlson with it. Sends it in deep. Brodin in after it. Malkin falls to the ground. Crosby doesn't have it. Malkin without a stick. Malkin stick's broken. Desperately skates back to the bench to grab another stick. Wild have it. Kaprizov sends it out. Stopped by Malkin at centers. He got a new stick and Pittsburgh sends it in. 46 seconds on the clock. Goudreau, the savior, the first star of the night, sends the puck out. 35 seconds. Faber, Jansen. Sean Cosgrove got his score prediction right. And here it is. I'm seeing it right now. And a goal from the Wild. Sean Cosgrove wins the score prediction contest here tonight. I got to start getting some prizes. up for you guys. Kaprizov getting the goal. The empty netter from Kaprizov. That is his 5th of the season. I swear... Oh my God, that was an amazing save by Fleury. But man, Brock Faber is an absolute stud. An absolute stud. Man, like he... But my jaw is to the ground. He's that good. Oh my God, I'm swooning. His defensive ability, near the top of the league right now, guys. I don't care if he doesn't put up the same amount of points as last time or last year. It doesn't matter because he's doing what he's being paid and will be being paid heavily to do. And that is break up play and not allow his opponent to score on him and make good breakout passes and carry the puck out and hold the blue line, work on the power play if needed. It's truly amazing. 10 seconds on the clock here, ladies and gentlemen. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna get some like stickers or some hats or something to give away. That's what I think we're gonna do. Incentive for you guys to join our live streams moving forward. Whoever gets the score prediction correct will win a prize. And most of you watching are local, so it's easy for me just to meet up with you and. Or to send it to you locally, I'm guessing. But we'll start doing that. We'll start doing a score prediction contest. Whoever gets it right. If there's multiple people who get it right, then we'll do a draw. We'll do a draw. Cappy, let's go. Winner, chicken dinner. I don't get... let's do that. Let's do that. 7th Avenue Pizzas. That could be a good prize. That could be a good prize. I feel like I owe you a 7th Ave pizza or like a couple beers or something for all the support you've shown this channel since day one anyway, Sean. And not only has Sean been like a member of this channel, which we haven't given any membership perks yet, but we will, Sean. We're bandwidth's pretty pretty limited right now, but we're gonna start doing some stuff for members. Sean is also a member of the City Life Project, my second channel. Rampage Jackson's old roommate. Unbelievable stuff. And Fleury getting a huge cheer from the crowd here as Fleury goes and talks to his former teammates in Letang and Crosby. Malkin could care less, but that's okay. And getting a huge ovation here is Marc-Andre Fleury tonight. Wins in Pittsburgh, ladies and gentlemen. His last swan song as he takes a skate here. I got to imagine this is emotional for Marc-Andre Fleury. This is where he started his career. I'm getting chills just watching this, man. Giving his stick to the audience as well. Oh, some girls about to fight for that stick. Oh, the whole crowd screaming at him, flower, flower, flower. Oh, I imagine he's a little teary-eyed right now and doesn't want to be interviewed. And of course, my broadcast freezes right when he's about to be interviewed. Come on. We're going to stay on for a little bit here. I want to see this. Okay, never mind. He's not even being interviewed. Oh, actually, wait. The wildflower. The wildflower. Oh, it looks like my broadcast just ended. Come on, we don't even get to see the interview. Anyways. Is he tearing up right now? Is he tearing up? Oh, here it is. Here it is. So you're saying this was my second home for such a long time? Aw. This is very cool to see. This is very cool to see. Not that I expected this wouldn't happen, right? But again, Marc-Andre Fleury, ladies and gentlemen. He's been playing pro hockey since 2003. 3 Stanley Cups. 3 Stanley Cups. And some long playoff runs with the Golden Knights as well. Now, I know one of the cups, he was more the backup. But still, he's got 3 Stanley Cups to his name. I mean, bona fide Hall of Famer. And it's crazy because maybe after his run with the Golden Knights, some people were like, he went to Chicago. It's Chicago. Didn't look amazing, but didn't look bad. Signs, or he gets traded to the Wild and re-signs with them. And I don't want to say like a resurgence, but just kind of continued to play well. He's almost 40 years of age, ladies and gentlemen. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. You got a lot of Crosby's jerseys. Nice. I don't own a Crosby jersey yet. I don't think I'll ever get a Pittsburgh Crosby jersey. I'm going to get a Team Canada one, though, for sure. He was throwing his body around tonight. Who's that, Creepy Colors? Who's throwing their body around tonight? Flower? He did make some flamboyant saves. And I called for that because there was one attempt of a save early where he didn't... And I will give him, I will say he wasn't stationary. So he was moving to his left. So he couldn't get that glove up in the crazy fashion that he does. Damn, Andrew. Yeah, I have jerseys, but I don't have a lot of names on jerseys as those are expensive. But I have a lot of Canucks jerseys. I got like 3 Wild jerseys, probably like 5 Canucks jerseys. But the Canucks jerseys aren't anything special either. It's just like I got 2 Orcas, 2 Stick and Rinks, and then an original Johnny Canuck green jersey, limited edition from 2014. I have 2 left if anybody wants one. Yeah. And I'm glad, Creepy Colors. I'm glad. Too many rebounds, but some good saves. So beggars can't be choosers, and it's not like Pittsburgh capitalized on those rebounds straight with a goal anyways. And by the way, that was some crazy shit that I put Kirill Kaprizov's bobblehead on and he scores, just saying. 17 hockey jerseys. Actually, getting those I saw an Instagram post from 2013 in 2019, I believe it was, or 2018. And I saw that the Canucks store was selling these like limited Johnny Canuck jerseys at one time. And I called the Canucks store and I said, do you guys still have these jerseys? I saw an Instagram post from a couple years ago. They're like, let me check the basement. And they told me, they're like, we have 2 mediums and 2 smalls left. Do you want them? They said they'd just charge me for 1. And they did. And so I bought them all. They just charged me for 1 because they can never resell them again. Or they couldn't sell them anyways. And then I slanged 2 of them and I still have 2 left. Kaprizov is now showing he's one of the best in the league. And now he's getting the points to back it up. It's exciting. Yes, because like anybody who watches him, he does all the little things. This is his 144-point Kucherov arc this season. Let's go. No, Creepy Colors, in all seriousness, he had a tremendous game. Even if he only scored on the open netter, that setup by Rossi to Kaprizov to Zuccarello was nothing short of extraordinary. And he's been looking good every single night. There's maybe one or two games max out of the gate where you can say that like a Kaprizov didn't have a great game. Keyword great. Still had a good game, but didn't have a great game. It's amazing. I got Johnny Bauer, Rebel Stick. I always like the Flying V's Canuck jersey. It's growing on me. I used to be like, oh, what the hell is this? But I'm not a big like spaghetti skate Canucks jersey. You know the one I'm talking about? The 90s one, the beret one? I liked it when I was a kid, but for me, it's the old stick and rink, the 79 stick and rink. That pass was so filthy to Zuccarello. Dude, and you know what, though? And the pass from Rossi, like, that, it could have just bounced over, right? Like, that was like I don't know if he controlled it by getting the puck back down and then hitting it, or if he hit it in, like, midair, but that was, like, a beautiful little tip pass from Rossi, too. But, yeah, I love how Rossi's just been fitting in with that line beautifully. Like, the Minnesota Wild have a top center. Like, it's amazing. It truly is amazing. Anyways, guys, keep the comments coming. If they slow down here, then we'll hang up the skates. And I don't have the November games up yet, like the stream's up yet, but I'm going to work on that tonight and tomorrow. So you'll see the big slew of November games coming up here. It's going to be fun, man. I think we're planning to do 7 to 8 streams in November. And we won't even have like a schedule. We'll have all of them teed up so you can see what games we're going to be doing. We'll have the streams up well ahead of time, weeks ahead of time, just like we did with these October ones. The Wild are the road warriors. Amazing road trip for the Minnesota Wild. Kaprizov, he's so good and an amazing player. Absolutely. I really like the Matt helmets the Canucks are wearing with the black jerseys. Yes. I actually like the Matt like helmets that they're wearing with the jerseys now. And I like how they're wearing more of the skate jerseys. Put it this way. This is my feeling on the skate jerseys. I like them like I like this jersey for Minnesota. Do I think it's as good as the fan base props it up to be? No. And that's the same feeling I have with this one. And I don't hate the Orca too. I like indigenous art. Call me a Northern Canadian, which I am. I grew up small town Canada that is surrounded and like culture, a lot of, culturally intertwined with a lot of the indigenous communities as well. So like I love the Orca. Hate Chicago. Love their logo too. So yeah, so I actually really WHL, the Seattle team, Seattle Thunderbirds, they have a really cool totem pole as their jersey as well. I don't think that one's been canceled. I don't think that one's been canceled just yet. But yeah, man, we could honestly have a whole stream just talking about jerseys, and maybe we start doing some member streams where we just talk about topics that you guys bring forth, or just some general themes and topics for some general streams. But anyway, speaking of streams, I will be back tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, with Brett Marshall for Wildly Informed. Every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central Time, we're live for about an hour talking about the eye test versus analytics when it comes to the Minnesota Wild. Brett also explains a lot of analytics. So if you're still new to hearing about, the Corsies of the world, the Fenwicks, expected goals and stuff like that, Brett posts player cards and has a blog about analytics. And I'm more of an eye test guy. I'm old school, right? I'm a little bit more old school despite, being in my early 30s. I love old time hockey, very much more of an eye test guy, but I do think there needs to be a healthy balance between the two moving forward. And that's kind of what the show is. Discussion with eye test versus analytics point of view. And it's been fun. Brett and I haven't killed each other yet. So, that's good. If anything, we've been a little too civil on the show, Brett. A little too civil. But anyways, Brett actually just texted me and said he just finished adding his notes to the outline. So tomorrow, every Wednesday on this channel, 8 p.m. Central, join us for Wildly Informed, interactive on that show as well. Every Monday, Judd's Buds. If you guys missed it yesterday, the podcast is out, the Sota Pod, wherever you get your podcasts from. Subscribe to the Sota Pod on Apple Podcast, Spotify, or like I said, whatever podcast app you use, as we post all of our network's episodes. That's right. Fellowship of the Rink with Joe Smith of The Athletic. MNCAA covering your Minnesota college hockey teams. Judd's Buds, NHL, Minnesota, and Minnesota prospects. And then every now and then, we'll do the Sota Pod as well. And then live streams covering your Minnesota Wild watch parties. Extra play-by-play commentary and reaction to the game. So there's a lot for you guys here on both the YouTube channel and wherever you get, and your podcast feed. If you dig my vibe, if you dig the content that we post on the channel, and you just want to listen to us versus having to fire up a YouTube video that eats your data, hey, you can find us on the wherever you get your podcasts as well. We post clips of the podcast and full podcast episodes and extra beer content on the channel every week as well. I'll get right back to, I see some comments have come in. I'll get back to them here in a sec. But I just want to give one quick shout out to a series that we are really proud of and have been really working on a lot here, called the Flight series. So the Sota Pod is a craft beer and hockey podcast network. And we've had the pleasure to be able to link up with some tremendous local breweries here recently. And we've started a new series where they serve up a flight for us, and they talk about what the beer is, the style of beer, we try it. And then with every beer in the flight, we work in a hockey topic as well surrounding your Minnesota Wild. And it's been a really, really fun show. It's been a really fun show. So if you guys haven't checked out our Flight series yet, please do so. I'll share it here on screen so you can see what it is, and then I'll get back to these final comments. And again, big shout out to everybody who's joined us here today. You guys are awesome. So here's our latest Flights video, ladies and gentlemen. We went to Lupulin Brewing. They served up a bunch of IPAs, and the hockey theme was X Factors for the Minnesota Wild this season. We went to Back Channel Brewing, trying a whole array of styles from them. The theme was Doomsday Destinations for Kirill Kaprizov, which we had an interesting conversation about as well. And then the first flights that we did this year, we went to 9 Mile Brewing and talked about our love to hate, hate to love teams in the Central Division, as well as trying their Oktoberfest beers. So that's our new Flight series, and if you guys want to check it out, you will be thoroughly entertained. My favorite Wild jerseys, the original Wild home one. I have a blank one, and I get compliments on it every time I wear it. I love that. I think I have one. I think mine's the original as well. I think it's a 2004 or 2003, 2004. I am going to get Petteri Numelin's name on the back of that one, though. The greatest shootout artist of all time. And Hoppy is the one who showed me Petteri Numelin. I fell in love with him. And if I'm going to have a name on an older Wild jersey, it's going to be Numelin. Now, if I had the next one up, like the Christmas style jersey, it's Bugard all day, every day. The good old hockey game. Kyle's doing good. He's recording his solo album. He's recording his solo album. You have a Panthers original. Nice. Creepy Colors. One sec. Let me see if I can find this. Oh, we got her. I wore it on last stream, actually. This might not be the original. This is CCM, so I forget what year it was, but it's not bad. Ugh. I don't think it's ever been washed either, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, these ones, man, jerseys were just made differently back then. Like, it's like, just fuck Fanatics. is basically what it all comes down to. But anyways, thank you all for joining. I appreciate you all. The Minnesota Wild defeat the Pittsburgh Penguins 5-2-3, ladies and gentlemen. Kaprizov scores the empty netter. Fleury gets a win visiting Pittsburgh again. An amazing Tuesday night for the Fleur, and what a tremendous road trip for the Minnesota Wild. Like, my God. We were all saying that if the Minnesota Wild could go 500 on this road trip, it's a win. Bro. We're all eating that beautiful blackbird. We're all eating crow. Shout out to that 70 show and Fez. Unbelievable stuff. The Wild defeated the Lightning a few days ago. They will welcome the Lightning into St. Paul on November 1st. I don't think I'll be able to cover that game live, but Sunday I will be covering the Minnesota Wild as they host the Toronto Maple Leafs. I'll be covering the Minnesota Wild as they host the LA Kings on Tuesday, and likely Thursday. I might do the Sharks on Thursday. We'll see. And then definitely doing the Wild Blackhawks on Sunday. Thursday, I'm not sure if I'll do Wild against Sharks. Actually, the Wild go back on the road then, actually. I'm not sure if I'll do... Oh, that's a 9:30 start. Yeah, fuck that on Thursday. Sorry, guys. But I will be doing the Sunday game against Chicago. So there you go. Yeah, Andrew, join us for some Leafs versus Wild action. And yeah, thank you all for joining. Smash that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel. Like I said, we post multiple videos every single day, ladies and gentlemen. Clips from the podcast. Look at all this, as well as full episodes, live streams every week as well. If you missed Judd's Buds, go check it out. If you missed the last Wildly Informed, go check it out. And everything is organized thanks to the state of Hoppy as well. If you want just your Judd's Buds content, if you want your Sota Pod content, beer, college hockey, draft, the whole 9 yards, ladies and gentlemen, the whole 9 yards. And we're starting to post more shorts on the channel as well. Again, thank you all for joining. I appreciate you all. Yeah, shout out to Spoke Z. Appreciate you all. Smash that like button and subscribe. And we will see you on the next one. Go Wild, baby. And shout out to Marc-Andre Fleury getting that win. Don't fear. Just drink some beer and stay wild. We'll see you on the next one.